Hello and welcome to Triton-Cup 71. I am Pat here with NM, and we're a bit late, NM.
A little bit, but better late than never. At least we got a
Yes.
stream going on today rather than nothing. But before that, we got a little bit of time, and it seems that there is something going on the newscast. It seems a little bit of a Splatfest. Wonder what the theme is.
Yeah, the theme was announced a week ago, but yeah, here comes it. If you've never seen the theme announcement, first of all, you're very good at avoiding spoilers, but here it is.
Whoa!
Ah, incredible!
What is the best day of the weekend? Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? What is it? What is it for you, Pat? What's your favorite day of the weekend?
I don't care, really. I don't really have one. I'm unemployed, so I'm always in the weekend.
For me, I am employed, but my schedule goes like month by month. So some weekends I'm working, some weekends I'm not. I mean, I also go to school, so I guess I don't know. Friday's the best time because also that's when game releases happen. That's when I have the most time off. So I guess Friday. I'll choose Friday.
Yeah, anyway, I went with Saturday because, first of all, it is objectively the better choice. And also, it's the one Splatfest that Fry has maybe the opportunity to win, so we hope it can happen. But Adam, it looks like we have a set at the ready. It's going to be Baja Blast bots versus All Might Change as Painter New.
Yeah, they're gonna be starting on Splatzone's Mako Mart, which is, I mean, we've had this map mode for years now. We already know it's very good. People love it, and recently, Dreadringer started to become a thing. So Reef Slider Zone Cheese is now a thing that people actually need to consider to think about. We had that a little bit with like Tetras when before Cooler started to take off, but now that Cooler there's Dreadringer, solid midline that's been rising lately that can actually paint. So we've been seeing a little bit of that lately. We'll see if anybody plays that.
It's for sure a possibility. There are lots of weapons that work so well, and I mean, as you said, that's the power of Macomart. You have lots of different strategies. One thing for sure, you want a ledge option on this map. If you don't have a ledge option, you're in deep trouble because you're gonna get spawn camped if you can't handle these ledges. But yeah, like these two teams, I'm sure they have things on that, and we'll see. Yeah. So reminder, this is a zones only tournament, and since we moved to Sendu.ing, the maps are chosen by the teams before the tournament. The teams say, okay, these are the maps that we want to play on. So you can't be mad at us. These teams chose to play here.
Yeah, I mean, nobody is probably pissed off. Like, what? They're playing Macomart? I can't believe this. Nah, nobody's saying that.
Give it time. Give it time.
Yeah, give it time.
Teams, like, everybody is like, oh, how can anyone choose this or that? And then you come to this tournament and you realize teams are freaky. Every team has some weird map that they're like, oh yeah, this map is so good, we want to play on it, and everybody else is like, why are you going here?
Yeah, there'll be some teams that have like the one player that really loves this very niche weapon, and because of that, they'll pick a map mode that's very bad or niche because it really plays to the strengths of that weapon. And then the other team's like, you gotta be kidding me. This is like that one meme of that soldier in war with that deadpan stare. That is literally them. Like, they are not having fun.
I mean, at least we are starting with Mako. I wonder which team has chosen Mako map. Let me check. Sandy can tell us. So
It
both
seems like
teams, yeah, both teams chose to go there, which is not surprising. It's like you're not gonna vote against Mako zones.
Yeah, most teams do have, like, especially with how diverse front lines are nowadays and more aggressive options, a lot of teams have like sloshers or blaster options. And I can tell you from experience, when I played blasters competitively, this map good for them. This map really good for them because of the ledge options.
Yeah, honestly, like blasters have been pretty good. Not just on this map. Like recently, I feel like lots of blasters have gotten their niche, have gotten their spot in the meta, and it's pretty fun to watch that diversity of weapons that we have. We were talking about it while waiting for the stream to start. How yeah, there are lots and lots of different weapons that can play, unless you're a backliner, in which case, hey, it's Pencil.
Yeah, Pencil has just completely overtaken backline, because why would you use any other backline, even if they're decent, if you can use a thing that can spam the everlasting heck out of a tacticooler and just play back and paint everything?
Yeah, I mean, keeping distance, painting everything, getting tacticooler, getting jump spots to your teammates. What more could you ask for? This weapon is perfect and I love it. And you're all jealous that I have the easy weapon in the team.
Yeah. It's always like the supportive, like tailored weapons that always tend to have the reputation for having it easy. Just paint the map and don't die. And just get your special and just live and don't die. I swear if you die.
Not die. Not allowed.
No. No, that is like, as a support player, I can tell you from experience, you'll never be the reason why you win, but you'll always be the reason why you lose.
I mean, it's on the frontliners. The frontliners should have Mitchell did better.
Yeah. We're now getting into it. I'm noticing some of the nicknames that they put in the private battle. We got TFR Riz U. We got Kenta Kaka.
Yeah, I mean, we can be so happy that we have such a mature and advanced scene that cares about its image. And oh, come on.
Yeah. People will just make whatever they want for their names. Like, I have my IGN right now to piss off my friend Storm. I have C9 Nutsway. Because everybody that I know is changing their names to C9 because of Balloon. So I was like, I'm going to use a C9 name. But as I'm saying that, we're actually just starting to get into the match finally after about 10 minutes. I don't... Okay, there we go. It's going. And we're about to see the comps. We got the Pencil, Stamper, Shot, Splash, some standard stuff. On the other side, we have 52 and Neo Machine too. So pretty standard weapons that we honestly see nowadays.
Yeah. Again, yeah, these are pretty standard. Very... Pencil enabling aggressivity for both teams. All my change has been on you is in pink, the Jorian colors are inverted. And yeah, Baja Blast a bit more pain thanks to the splash, I think. That's going to be pretty useful for them to get the zone pretty fast if they need it.
Yeah, no, having two shooters that paint really well plus a Snipe Rider and even a Stamper that can paint decently a little bit, that gives Baja Blast a lot more advantage in terms of paint numbers. But even after saying that, most of them are actually down. It is just Violet Live, and they're going to go down to a delayed quad and already halfway down for the points on all of my change I spent on you. As much as painting power as Baja Blast has, they are not getting the paint they need.
Yeah, and thanks to the Crab Tank and Bazooka, Baja Blast is able to push All of Might Change of Paint on you back onto their zone. They just need to take it now. They are on the zone, but now they need to win another fight. And the pencil is down on the side of Baja. Pencil and Splash are down. There is no paint left for Baja Blast. All of Might Change is going to take this game. Oh, wait.
No. Honestly, I feel like the comp that All My Change I spent on you had, even though it had less penny power, what it had more in was counters to the other weapons that the other team was running. Like Shot and Flash are really good painters, really good weapons right now. But at the end of the day, they're short range shooters that if they go up against a 52 with a splash wall, it's probably not going to end well.
Yeah. It was really winning these fights, moving forward, and honestly recognizing the advantage and the lack of advantage. Risu was going in there in the opponent's spawn and then moved back and survived the Bazooka on the side of Baja Blast. All of My Change really had great economy of their players, keeping themselves on the map a bit longer and denying on the side of Baja.
Yeah, just kept denying them off, and then we're gonna move on to the next map, which honestly I saw a lot of people like hyping this map up when it first released, but since it is like completely fallen off, I barely ever see it. Crab Leg.
It's honestly a great map. I'm a backliner, can you tell?
Yeah, that's the main weapon I played Snipe Rider on. You just sit back on the top right, looking straight at zone, and just spit.
No. You have lots of different plays, and honestly, there are different alleys around the zone and towards the opponent's spawn, thanks to the grades, thanks to the... Like, there are different alleys, and zones is like, you don't have that many routes, but there are lots of different ways to approach these. You need a backline, pretty much. But other than that, you have lots of freedom on how to play this, and honestly, I've seen more and more people warm up to this map, even for zones, where people are like, oh yeah, there's a lot that can be done on this map, and by the way, both teams voted for this.
I mean, yeah, they definitely want it, and now we are getting into the match point. It is now or never for the other team here, as all I spent on you is just going to try to defend their lead as much as possible. Getting into the comps here, not much is going to change on the blue side, but on the orange side, 96 deco on Crab Leg with all these greats? Really?
With all these greats, but that's extra range, and that extra range against a shot and a splash is going to be pretty useful, and give Risu lots of opportunities. And I mean, a Kraken running at you on the zones, like you can't always reach the grades, and you have your pencil to get rid of the people on the grades anyways.
Yeah, to give more range, which that matchup I mentioned earlier, the 52 is just going to be a lot more devastating. And as you see, the Trizukas are already going crazy. We see Violet coming at the back, taking out Mr. Lee, and trying to see anything else they can get before being picked out themselves. And here comes the Kraken. The Krakatoa, but Reyes is going to jump out right before they can be taken out, and Risu is just going to let that just settle as they are getting into the last 40 points. Baja Blast Bots is starting to get more of a setting up for themselves, trying to get their specials, have the crab tank, but all my change I spent on you is just trying to get back in there. We see the Snipe Riders just trying to paint each other out.
Yeah, and with 2 down onto all of my change I spent on you, Baja Blast. They had penalty applied, but they don't mind that much. They keep the control of the zones, they keep the control of the map, and right now another Zuka trade right there, but 2 down on all of my changes spent on you again. Baja Blast bots are just keeping the zone, keeping the map right now.
Yeah, no, that was like an insanely good double coming from that Zuka player flanking there, as they're just trying to hold their own. 2 more down. You see Kiki is backing up from that top right, and leader Red is just like, just on the grace, just trying to see if they can get away in. But that crab is not going to do him any favors, as that crab is just trying to live. But the Zuka is able to take the crab out at least. They're like, the members of All My Change I Spent, you just have to get in right now, the last 10 points, or it's over.
Oh, 10 points, and All My Change able to apply penalty again. But look at that, All My Change, they almost have 0 points. They're about the 90 points mark, and Baja Blast bots, they're already around the zone again, capturing again. getting rid of that penalty again, and All Might change. All they can do is delay the inevitable right now. Baja Blast completely dominates this map.
Yeah, no, they're completely dominating. They're just continuing to defend. Mr. Lee is going to go down yet again. We're seeing the Zuka coming out from the side of All Might change. They see Violet, but they're able to get Reyes. That's a splash off. You see Kiki coming up from this top left side. The 96 is going to go down as Violet is just trying to ledge camp from that right side, from the zone. They see Kiki going for it. They're going in for that fight, but Kiki has a teammate with Mr. Lee here going for that 2-on-1. They gotta go right now. They gotta go. Yeah, they get that contestation. They get the contestation. They still have the zone. They gotta paint. They gotta paint right now. They gotta paint, but no, we're actually gonna be going 1-1. We saw how Baja Blast bots. They held their own. They got in the zone. They had the picks they needed, and they kept walling off the members of All Might change in order to get the points they needed. Even when it looked bad, the Snipe Rider and the other shooters just made sure to stay there and keep painting. Now it is 1-1. Winner takes all with this next match.
And we'd have both teams really dominate their map. Each team really had that one map where they didn't let the other team do anything. And right now, it's all about what do you do next? Where do you go next? Well, we're going to go on Mahi Mahi for the final, for the decider between these two teams. And honestly, after these two games, I couldn't tell you which team is in a better spot right now, because they both have such similar comps, some similar strategy. It's all going to be decided by, okay, who has the best coordination today on this map in this situation? Because like both teams have shown that they can dominate the other.
Yeah, and honestly, with the comps they're running, even in that last match, I honestly don't know who's going to take it on top with this one. They both dominated, as you said, their own. Both their comps play really well to their strengths and play on like something like Mahi. They both play really well. The Kraken with the 96 can easily wall off and take off the other opponents on the opposite team. But we also got a lot of shooters, Snipe Riders, Stamper. We're just gonna have to find out by watching.
Yeah, we will have to find out. And honestly, I feel like the Kraken wasn't working that much. I mean, you said that before the game. Problem with the Kraken is you're not painting when you're in the Kraken, and that can cost you the game. You're losing lots of range, you're losing lots of options as you activate the Kraken, even if that allows you to stay in the game a bit longer. But here we go. Let's see what is done. No change at all from Baja Blast, and it looks like change spent on you is switching the machine for a slusher now.
Yeah, they're actually going to be trading out their double Zuka for a little bit of ink striking with the triple strikes, which could prove to be useful on a map that is pretty small in the beginning, but does get to be a little larger later on. And seeing that they have a crab tank on the other team, that's going to help a lot. But this crab tank is making sure that this pencil cannot set up at all, causing them to jump back. Rise is going to be moving forward, just trying to spam as many burst bombs as possible. Baja Blast bots immediately getting the lead and getting a good amount of points. And we see Violet already going in with the zip, trying to make sure this pencil is gone and zipping them right in, going in. They're going to recall just as this Kraken comes out, but this Kraken wants blood. They want whatever they can get their hands on, going back and forth, but there's not much paint, and they're going to be left in a pretty bad spot, taken out immediately. These triple ink strikes have got to come in hot. For a second they did, but then they just got painted over.
Baja Blast bots are repeating what they did the previous game, taking the control and keeping it right now. All my change are spent, and you are struggling to get in, struggling to get that control, to get anywhere, to at least apply some penalty on Baja Blast. And right now, that penalty is not coming. Baja Blast is just painting the zone, and that Kraken is not finding anything. Finally, penalty applied, and 2 players down. All my change has spent on you. Is going to be able to attack, is going to be able to push a bit Baja Blast in their spawn.
Yeah, most of Baja Blast is just back in their own base, but we see the crab coming out, trying to paint as much as possible on the zone. We see the shot coming in there while Violet was distracting them. We see the Zuka coming out. Kiki is going to go down. Rise is pushing in. We are seeing so much carnage on both sides. And we see a shark coming in from this shot. Going, cancels the Kraken! No Kraken for All My Change. Cancels it right as it goes in. Pat, this is insane right now.
That cancel gives so much to Baja Blast, and look at that, All My Change, suddenly, they have no team, they have to concede all of me, that everything is completely yellow right now. It's going to be so tough for All My Change to get in, but they're trying all they can, but they only have 15 points to do so right now. Kiki trying to get in his surrounding, and with 7 points left, but Semper getting getting everything!
Penalty! The penalty!
Oh! When did they get it?
I don't know, but that flank from Violet was so good, getting the Snipe Rider just as they needed to get him down, but somehow a penalty got on to them, so there's a little bit more time that All My Change has in order to get this zone back, but it's not looking good, but the triple H strike has to come in clutch here. They gotta get the paint, but it's 2 down! It's 2 down! And the Snipe Rider is on bottom left, they don't even have a vantage point. The 96 down! They don't have much time. The Slosher's going in. They drown. Slosher drowned.
Yeah, that's it.
No, dude, that got so hectic at the end.
Baja Blast. They just lost that game 1, but that game 2 and 3 were all them. They had that control, and then they denied, and there was nothing but All My Change I spent on you could do. This is not the end of the tournament for All My Change I spent on you. They're going to lose this bracket, but Baja Blast bots, pretty deserved W there, and they're gonna advance. But yeah, as you said, what a set between these two teams.
Yeah, we saw Violet with the Zipcaster. They are no joke. They made sure to target Red and their Snipe Rider every single time, making sure they could not set up, could not get that paint. We saw from this shot player the really pivotal Kraken cancel that they had in order to make sure they couldn't get more aggressive power, made sure to keep getting the picks, keep staying together, and making sure none of their specials and nothing they could do was beneficial. And because of that, and because the paint comp that they have, they were able to say, you see Violet going for the flank just when they needed that paint, and just being able to pick out most of their team with some assists. Like, that was really good coming out from Violet.
Yeah, Violet really making the plays, and that Kraken always a bit too late, either denied or isolated, not able to find that kind of aggro that the Zipcaster was able to get, and that's what gave the win to Baja Blast bots. And that means that was round 2 NM, and I guess we're gonna wait for the next round after this short break.
Yeah, after this short break, it's gonna be very short because next up we got round 3 with ASC Tenchi versus Gentlemate. So don't go anywhere. Never mind, it is predicted. My fault, chat.
close your eyes, you'll be.
Hello, everybody. I did say it was a short break. We are back with Triton-Cup 71. I'm NM again, and I'm here joined by Pat as we're going into Winners Bound 3, now getting into the best of 5 matches with ASC Tenchi versus Gentlemates, starting off with Barnacle and Dime. Now, ASC Tenchi, Pat, this is a name that, like, it's kind of gone on the radar for a while. I remember they were really big when Splatoon 3 first launched, but they kind of gone under the radar a little bit. Have they done anything, like, notable recently?
I feel like ASC Tenchi has always been on the radar for like years now. They're a staple of French Splatoon and have been for so long. They've been a high-level team and they've always been there. Their roster has changed several times and their current roster is honestly a delight to watch. They don't like backlines. They like to get in, to fight, and that's what I love to see. And Gentlemates is another French team, which it means we kind of have a French face-off right now. It's honestly like going to be a pretty interesting battle to see. ASC Tenchi kind of the established team of here, and Gentlemates the team that beat its seed to get there. So we'll see how they're able to do.
Yeah, we're seeing how they're going to be able to do that. Yeah, having a team that's more inclined to fighting and less having backlines, which even though Snipe Rider is very strong right now, having a very aggressive team with a cooler meta is very good to have.
Yeah, but here we go, Barnacle and Dime. And yeah, Tenchi versus the mates. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, ASC Tenchi, bringing the backline, bringing the pencil and range blaster. Meanwhile, Gentlemates, despite the map being pretty flat, bring 2 slashers to the fight.
And noticeably enough, they're actually bringing in a junior too. You don't really see juniors or bubbles much nowadays, like, you know, Junior, Zimmy, the supportive ones like that. So it's very interesting to see that.
Yep.
But that junior is going to be the weapon on their comp with the double sloshers and the Snipe Rider being the one to get the most bombage and paint. But we're seeing so much going down. The free down already on ACT. The junior might have been a sleeper pick. The splat bombs are going insane.
Splat bombs are always good and never sleep on a junior. Junior is always dangerous. Right now the Gentlemates have the zone and are looking to establish some control.
Yeah, looking to establish what they can. We see Typhlo trying to come in here. Tactical is going to help the range blaster so much to get more accurate hits and able to stay alive. We see Owl going in, but getting splatted immediately by the Slosher. This bubble helping out their aggressive positions a lot. Slosher on Mace is going to be taking out the Slosher and ASC Tenchi here as a trade going down, but the Slosher in the range. It is going really good right now for Gentlemates as they're just trying to hold their own. What we see right here with the Snipe Rider trying to come in, we see the triple ink strike coming into. Sine's going to go down, and it's finally in control for ASC Tenchi. The double with the Trizook! Oh my god! Wipe out!
Just like that, Tenchi completely reversing the dynamic of the game. Gentlemates had control and a single Zuka got 3 players right there, and now Tenchi is in there, in the spawn, denying. Gentlemates have to regroup and it's so tough for them. They managed to get back control of their spawn, of that top area, but they have yet to drop, they have yet to get anywhere near the zone, and Tenchi, they're looking to just run with this, 2 down, 3 down, another wipe out! With 20 points left!
They have to go. They literally have to. It is now or never. They have to. They just. Junior going down by the Zuka that in there. That is not.
They can't paint. They can't paint. It's over.
They can't. Just how quick that one Zuka play just changed the entire nature of how the game was going. Just completely reversed it, and it wasn't able to come back. That was beautiful.
Yeah, Tenchi kind of struggling at first, and you can't blame them. Like, what is that comp? why do you bring 2 slushers and a junior here? What? And, they were not prepared for that fight, and they lost the first fight, Tenshi. But then they slowly went back to the zone, and at some point they were like, "Oh yeah, wait, we figured it out. We just Zuka you, and then you're down." And from then on, it was only Tenshi gaining round, only Tenshi getting splats, winning the fights, and that really gave them. But Gentlemates, they managed to score a huge amount of points at the start of the game. They managed to delay that big push by Tenshi for so long. If they go on a bit better map for them, they could cause a lot of damage. And now I understand at least why they managed to beat their seed and get here.
Yeah, no, you saw Alwa with that Zuka play, just able to get 3 and let their team push in even more to get the picks that they needed and to just pretty much get them on a lockdown. Not able to move, which is really, really good on their part. As we're now getting into the second match, which is going to be on Mahi Mahi. We saw a little bit before with that previous round on how Mahi worked with these teams nowadays.
Yeah.
But I mean, we didn't see any Zipcasters or Stampers that were really dominant with last time, but we could see the Zukas from Awo being very dominant once again. Or we could see the Sloshers having more playing power because we did see a Machine Neo, which, you know, has Zuka too. We could see if the strikes work with the regular Slosher too.
Yeah, there's a lot that we can see. And yeah, on Mahi, again, this is not as flat a map, so I expect the Sloshers to come back and to get even more splats to do even better. I'm not so sure about the junior, to be honest, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, we'll see how it goes with the junior, if they're going to be able to get the splats that they need.
But let's see now. Here it goes. I mean, Mahi is honestly such a fun map to play on and a fun map to watch. Because there's like these alleyways to the side that rise up once you're past a certain score. There's lots of ways to play off of these. They're an extra route, and you have lots of different ways to defend it, whether with a bomb or by putting a player there. But here we go. Sloshers are coming back. Junior is coming back. I don't see much change in the team comps, except for an extra Slosher on the side of Tenshi. But Tenshi right now, 2 players down. It's a repeat of the previous game of Gentlemates winning the first fight, it seems.
Yeah, no, they're winning the first fight. It's going pretty good for them right now, but we can see if AC Tenshi, this Range Blaster, is living through everything being thrown at them. Yeah, no, they are living.
And then still there, they're still around. The zone is purple, but Tenshi is still around the zone, still fighting and still maintaining some control, some presence near the zone. There's not going to be like a big run away, but right now 2 down again on Tenshi, and Gentlemates are holding strong.
No, they're holding off really well here. As the members of AC Tenshi are trying to get back in, but aren't finding their way in, as we're seeing some of them jump out. We're seeing Sine here just trying to hold their ground, throwing as many point sensors as possible to give the other members of their team where exactly they are, and it is working to a very good degree.
A very good degree indeed. The map is dropping, the map is changing, and Tenshi needs a change of pace right now because the Gentlemates are scoring more and more, and they have huge control on the map. Albo is looking to... Oh, well, never mind. No more Albo right there, and Tenshi with 2 players down again. They're not there. It's just Race. It's just the pencil for Tenshi trying to get something going, and Tri-Strike are gonna get in. Tenshi needs to paint there, and they're able to get the paint onto the zone, at least apply penalty, and they get you down onto the mates too. A wipe out! A wipe! That was so close for Tenshi, but now, NM, we know what happens when Tenshi starts to have some momentum, some control.
Yeah, sound the alarms because we're going to be seeing a lot more Trizukas and a lot more picking power coming out from ASC Tenshi Pat. But as we see, Typho's going to go down, but Rice is going to go down too. 3 down on Gentlemates. Albo is still alive. They still have the Zuka. They still have the Zuka, and they still have the cooler active. They know Snooze right there. Who's going to fall off? Oh my!
Oh no!
Well, how did our live?
Again! Are we gonna see the exact same game by Tenshi, just closer and more intense? Tenshi just keeping the zone right now, denying everything. The bubble is deployed onto the zone, but the lead is taken by Tenshi, and 3 down. It's just a pencil for Gentlemates, and Tenshi gets game number 2 the exact same way they got game number 1.
Somebody has got to lock up this Zuka player. Somebody has got to lock up Albo. It is insane how much this person keeps changing the game and getting so many picks. Even fall off. Just styling at this point.
That ability that Tenshi has, the whole team, of okay, we're dominated, we are biding our time, we are waiting for the opportunity, and the moment it comes, we strike, we wipe you, and then we have full control and there's nothing we can do. The Gentlemates, they're fighting so well. They got to 8 points, just a few more seconds, and they had the KO there. But these few seconds cost them. Tenshi just took the zones and then ran away with it, just ended it there. And Albo getting that pick on Stu with the fall off, and then getting that monster Zuka shot, a triple in just a split second. Well, that's Tenshi for you. That's what they can do.
Yeah, no, that is exactly what they can do. And moving on from that, we're going to be going on to Brine Water Springs, which nowadays it's literally just you gotta have snipe riders. You gotta have snipe. If you're gonna have snipe riders, and you have this one. Last time I played a tournament, I was a Zap. I went up against a snipe rider on this map, and that was not fun. I think it was actually a Sendo Q against, I think it was Sungura, but it was not fun. It was pretty much just both of us not caring about anything else other than the zone. And I would just have to hide behind the middle block the entire time and paint the zone. Do not play as a Zap on this map. Don't do it. Just pick the pencil.
Okay. Well, I feel like both of these teams have a pencil player, so we'll probably won't see that kind of scenario. But yeah, Tenshi looking to seal the deal. The Gentlemates, they were so close. They were 8 points away from a KO. If they get a bit better on this zone, if they avoid Albo for just a few more seconds, they can get it. They can get this game. No composition change.
Wait, no, there is one. There is one.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually changing the vanilla slosher for a vanilla machine on the side of ASC Tenshi.
Oh yeah, Lucky bringing the machine right there, and Drag on the side of the Gentlemates, trying to get the flank, trying to get the early pick onto Lucky. Gets punished for it though, and right now Albo is in, gets punished too. Both teams are fighting around the zone. The big bubbler is gonna get it though, and the Gentlemates are winning that first fight again. I have deja vu. And
this has happened 2 times already, but each time, you know, Gentlemates keeps getting closer to knocking out. Maybe this is the time that they can do it, but you see with that Booyah Bomb, that is going to be a very useful tool at locking out this very small map in this zone. As we see, ASC Tenshi is starting to go in all at once, but Typhlo's going to go down. Albo's in the corner, trying to get this Tri-Strike player, gets the pick before they can get the third one out. But it's just Albo, but the Tri-Strike is coming out. Can they get a pick? Snooze actually going to be going up forward, has the bubble on the zone. They can just bomb as much as they want right now.
They can bomb well, but now they're surrounded and they're punished. 2 down, 3 down onto the Gentlemates. And the band, the French, they probably know each other, it's fine. And then,
they're all down. They're all down.
The answer by the mates. The mates are pushing back onto Tenshi finally. And the mates are getting back that control onto the zone.
Yeah, no, they're getting it back. Almost done with the penalty. Almost can take that lead, but the tactical is going to be coming out. But this Slosher wants the Snipe Rider gone. Dragon wants him gone. But we see Typhlosion just going into No, that is disrespect. Just walking straight into the bubble and taking you off. That is foul.
That's a ballsy move with the blaster there. But it worked, and right now Tenchi is back in the game, back with 2 down onto the mates. The mates are at their elbow trying to get out of it, trying to get out of their spawn, trying to get to the zone right now. I said Tenchi keeping that control, looking to get that lead back that the Gentlemates had on them. And right now, look at that, 3 players from Tenchi just so high, looking to get things, but getting punished too. 2 versus 2 right now. If you get 1 special to paint the zone, that should be very good, because right now the zone is ticking for Tenchi.
No, the zone is taken down from them again, and just like the matches before, Gentlemates have got to find an answer for everything that ASC Tenchi is throwing out as it gets to the last 10 points, but 2 are going to go down on Gentlemates just as they get the zone. They bought him some time, but that's not good as they're just going straight into the spawn. They're going straight in there. But Owl's going to go down. We see the machine trying to run back to the grave, trying to zone them out, being able to get that little hop in, preserving their life, but we see all the specials coming out from Gentlemates.
All specials thrown at the zone, enough to capture it, but at what cost? Right now there are no specials on either team. It's going to be decided by the main weapons here, and it looks like Tiflo is going to get a trade, but that trade is going the way of Tenchi. They have, oh well, no, it's pretty even right now. Just paint the zone, the zone is yellow, and Tenchi have a monster penalty though to get rid of. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left, we could see a 5-minute game this time. And then
Ooh, Owl getting picked off by the Zuka too. The Zuka player got Zuka'd.
Oh, and that big bubbler so deep onto the ramp right now. The Gentlemates are so high. They are getting the fight so high right now in the last minute. They're in a good spot to get that lead back. They just need to keep Tenchi away a little bit longer. The wave breaker deployed is going to force everybody to move back, and Tenchi is looking to just apply penalty once more, but Gentlemates are painting enough. They're painting enough, and Tenchi...
Now, and the Booyah Bomb is coming in to completely destroy the bubble!
Ooh!
Oh, the Zuka's coming out, the Zuka's coming out.
Zuka gets it. They get it! They get the two! They get the double! And right now, Gentlemates painting the zone. They have 30 seconds to get the lead back. They're in a good position to get it if they manage to push a bit more, maintain pressure for 20 more seconds. They could get that zone back and that lead.
Yeah, oh, but Snooze has been taken out by Owl stray Zuka shot. They're putting so much pressure on the zone, but both teams, they just gotta hold a little bit longer. If they want to get this point, they gotta pick off Owl. They gotta pick off Owl here. They gotta pick them all off here. They gotta go, they gotta paint. Okay, they got the paint, but the Booyah Bomb's gonna be coming in. It is a 3v3 right now, and Lucky is holding this Booyah Bomb with their life, and they lost control! They got the control deck! ASC Tenchi won last second with that Booyah Bomb!
What a game! What a way to end this. The Gentlemates fighting till the very end, giving everything they have, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
No, it was not enough, but we saw everything that was going on there, and it was just insane. You just saw both teams, honestly, just going at each other's spawn, trying to spawn camp each other, and eventually they were going to be able to get back. You saw the Booyah Bomb coming out here, the 2 down on the side of Gentlemates. It was so much back and forth and so much aggression on both sides. It was just beautiful and so insane to even commentate this. Like, awesome.
It just didn't stop. It was constantly both teams were painting, constantly both teams were fighting. There were drops left and right. Like, following who is splatting who was so tough, because these teams were constantly dancing around each other and giving us the fireworks, and that's what I love to see. But Tenchi gets a 3-0. The first 2 games they took, but this game they had to fight for. They they had to scramble for, and that's what we love to see.
Yeah, no, we just love seeing that. ASC Tenchi is going to be moving on to winner semifinals, going to be facing off whoever wins between Frutella and Baja Blast Bots, which right now are 2-0 on the side of Frutella. But again, there is a loser's bracket, so Gentlemates do still have a chance to come back and see if they can get back onto the winner's bracket. It is not over for them just yet.
Yeah, it's not over for them, and it's not over for us. We will watch winner semis pretty soon, but right after this very short break and ad break. Don't go anywhere.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!
And welcome back to Triton Cup number 71. And for winners semifinals, we are going to watch. Wait a second, let me check my notes. Wait, where is it? Ah! Triple friture gamba waffles. Triple friture gamba waffles. Okay, versus Korean Zenith.
It's definitely a name, but if you haven't been paying attention to the bracket, the triple waffle, I'll call them the triple waffle team. The triple waffle team has been going on a spree. Seed 18 immediately taking out Seed 2 in the tournament of a new generation, and then going on to take down Hazard. I know Ludi divs aren't much to go on nowadays, but they were Div 6. They were Div 6 when Ludi happened last year. So they've been going on a spree and getting on a really good upstart right now. They're climbing the ladder. They're climbing everything.
Yeah, the waffles, they've been grinding, and tonight they are popping off. And Brownie, get in the room. We want to cast you. Come on. Oh, okay, so short story. Brownie, who is the captain of the waffles, is also an observer for Dapper Production. Was doing the streaming just this Wednesday for Paddling Pool. And he's not here to play with his team when his team is being streamed. Brady, you don't say you're camera shy.
One play, bro, is avoiding the camera. You could have gotten the caster buff, dude.
Well, yeah, it's going to be the Waffles versus Korean Zenith. Korean Zenith, I mean, pretty good teams. Zenith, which is the teams that, I mean, it's a pickup with players from that team. Zenith, they're the Spanish champions. And they're pretty good.
Yeah. No.
I've played a bit against them. They're top level players. They're so good.
Yeah, no, I've played against them multiple times, and Mario V. They are all really, really good players. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Triple Waffle can continue this spree that they've been going on and take down Korean Zenith 2 and land a place in Winners Finals.
Yep. And we're going to start with the map where we were just earlier, and then we're back to Brightwater Springs.
Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess we're going back. We're starting. We're actually starting right now.
Yeah, we are starting. Let's see what these teams bring to the table. Korean Zenith, very standard comp with a Stamper. Meanwhile, the Waffles bring a Range Blaster and a Slasher. That's not as fast maybe as Korean Zenith is, but they have firepower with that.
Yeah. Triple Waffles team has more firepower. Meanwhile, Korean Zenith has more of a, painting, fast-paced power, I'd say. And as we're already getting into it, 2 members on Korean Zenith are down. Mario is getting in here on this range, but the range is going to pick him up point blank.
And that's a pretty good opening by the Waffles. Yukaru trying to get things going with the Stamper. And right now, all of Zenith is pushing forward. The Waffles are pushed away from the zone right now and trying to defend their own ramp however they can. The Korean Zenith are going to take the lead, are going to take control of the map, and it's on the Waffles right now to find a way in.
Yeah, no, it's up to them as we see Zen starting to cast in, but getting picked off immediately. They had Tacticooler, so they're going to come back in soon enough, but the members of Korean Zenith are starting to get picked off. We see the Stamper avenging their splash on the right side there as they're trying to fight the shot, going to go down 2 as the control is going to go now to Triple Waffle just as Bexium is going to be picked off here as Mario's trying to take control with that Crab Tank. Which is, again, this map was very, very prolific for Crabs back when, Crab was the main thing. But it's still really good for that special.
Yeah, and right now the Waffles are throwing the Tri-Strikes. They're going to maybe capture the zone. Again, it looks like Korean Zenith are electing to fight for that zone, but that's not going to be enough. They lose 2 players there. There's 3 players there. And the Waffles, it's their turn to be on the opponent's ramp. It's their turn to try to get in, to try to get some picks. The Zenith, they answer, and they answer strong right there! What a Zenith cast
Master triple with just the grapple. That is insane.
What an answer by Korean Zenith, but Waffles answering in kind right away. It is so back and forth between these two teams. They're just 3 points away, and with the penalty being so low for the Waffles, they're gonna make big points right there. All of Zenith is so cooked. The Trice tracks are getting chewed. But Crab Tank is
cut him off. Gets one.
Oh. But the Crab Tank is so far away from the zone, it's only going to get a bit of fight. Mario getting it though! Winning these fights! Oh. But right now, Zenith, they need to paint the zone. It's 30 points left for the Waffles. And if the Waffles are able to take that zone back, they could get a KO right there. They just need to maintain the zone a bit longer. But 2 players down, it looks like Zenith are going to push again. But what a hold by the Waffles!
Yeah, no, that was really good. But we see Mario answer that by crab taking in their spawn, being picked off immediately. But the Zipcaster is coming in from Yoku, trying to get some picks, just zipping around as much as possible. Can they get something here? Trying to zip, but they can't find anything. They can't find. They find the Bexium. They find Bexium, but they still have so much. They have the triple inject still. The shot's gonna go down on the side of Zenith. There's so much going on, but Mario's going in it and it's going to get picked up.
Punished! Trice tracks are coming. They get that zone back. They keep that lead.
They got the zone.
They keep that lead.
This is, oh my.
That's such a huge penalty for the Waffles right now, but Korean Zenith are staying in control, and they don't have that much penalty on them because it's been so back and forth, and right now, Korean Zenith, they just need to hold the zone 15 seconds longer in order to get that lead, but the Waffles are already back at it. It's 3v3 right now, and just a few more drops onto the zone could apply penalty again, but Korean Zenith gets the zone back and are looking to get that lead right now. The Waffles are throwing themselves at the zone and losing. Just a minute left, and the Waffles, they need to run at the zone now, and it's just 10 more points, and the Trice Tracks need to hit the zone and paint it.
Wait, they can do it. They got the paint. They got the paint. They got free now. It's just a sniper pad. It's just a sniper. They might be able to come back from this. They might
come back indeed. They just need 50 points, and with 30 seconds, we are pretty much like Korean Zenith. If they apply penalty once, they win this game right there. And the Waffle, they just need to hold for the remainder of the time right now. They need to paint however they can. And Korean Zenith, they apply penalty, they capture the zone. The Waffles, the only way for them to win is to get
they gotta paint
of the time right now. But they need to paint and chew down. They get chewed down. But it's the Zipcaster right now. But Zipcaster, if that Zipcaster manages to hit, it could be the end for the Waffles. They don't. Oh wait.
The triple injects coming in. They're two down.
They're missing 2 down. But just if they manage, okay, they get the jumps in. The Waffles need to paint the zone. Just 10 points, but it's not enough.
That got so back and forth, so many picks, so much zip casting, and that's just the first match.
What a game that these two teams have given us, have gifted us. That was crazy. And now if you had it down, but Triple Frigidaire Gamba Waffle managed to beat their seed, and how they got there. It was thanks to skill. It was deserved. That was no mistakes. They are on fire tonight. And they're just shredding, but Korean Zenith a bit more experience and just getting it in the nick of time at the end.
Yeah, no, I am at just a complete loss for words. They were at Div 6 during the last Ludi session, Gamba Wafflin, and now they are going insane against top-level teams, almost taking that game. They're getting so many picks, getting the paint. They are showing that even though they lost that first game, they're coming here to play. They're coming here to play, and they're coming here to take names. And now we're getting onto Humpback Pumptrack, which is unlike Brainwater, which is a lot more smaller, more like Stolly map. This one's, if you have triple ink strike booyah bomb, yes, win.
I mean, divisions, they don't exist. They don't matter. They mean nothing.
It's been
Absolutely
what,
nothing.
August? Like August, yeah, it's been 6 months. At this point, they mean nothing because the more time goes on, the less they mean. But that just goes to show how much of a journey that they've had since that point.
Oh yeah, that team's been on the grind these past few months. They have been to every tournament and they've been playing as hard as they can and they've been getting the results. And right now, I mean, it's paying off tonight. We'll see if it keeps paying off. Right now, they are down 0-1 to Korean Zenith, and Korean Zenith, they want to spoil the surprise. They want to end it, and we're going to go to Humpback Pump Track, and we'll see how it goes, how these teams do. And I expect to see Machine on at least some buckets coming on here and bringing the dry slusher. No Machine, but S-Blast.
Not even S-Blast, but the Reef Slider. The Reef Slider S-Blast.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. If you know me, you know I love the S-Blast, but if I'm ever seeing S-Blast, I'm not expecting the 92. That's a surprise.
I mean, Reef Slider cheese is real. On this map, getting the Reef Slider cheese can be pretty good. Right now, it's 2 versus 2 between these two teams, and one jump out from the Gamba Waffle, from Zenith means the Waffles get that initial zones, but Korean Zenith answering pretty strong, getting the wipeout and already running into the street, trying to get things done with a crab tank right there. Going to be such a nuisance by Mario. Mario gets, the crab gets cancelled, but Zenith is still in there. Look at that, they are so dangerous there.
You see that Banksia getting the pick on Mario with that S-Blast hitbox. You always know that you're going to come in clutch with that Hexbox. And they're trying to flank. They don't care. Oh, but the Stamper is going to pick him off. But that's enough distraction to take the Stamper off that zone and able to get them back into control. Getting the Tri-Nouveau down here. Getting 2 down. They're just trying to paint as much as possible. But Mario is right behind them. They're going in.
They're going in and right now.
Wait, they won.
They won that fight, but Korean Zenith wins the zone. Keep it. And penalty was applied by the Waffles, but Korean Zenith are back on the attack. Two down them. Two down. The Waffles just need to paint, apply penalty again, but Zenith, they're still near the zone. They're getting the jumps back in. It's all about the Waffles managing to keep that control of the zone a bit longer to get some points. And right now, Zenith are still around the zone, trying to deny, trying to stop that zone from ticking. Ooh.
Nick was able to avoid that Snipcaster cancel coming out. Is able to paint for another day for their tactic cooler. As Mario does not care. Mario's going straight into it like they always do. Getting nicked down with that crab. Trying to take down Rod. Yeah, they're just rolling. They are literally just rolling. So much aggression from this Splash. This Splash is angry.
It's angry, and that Splash bought so much time for Korean Zenith. Korean Zenith, they don't have any penalty left, but right now the Waffles are painting the zone as much as they can. The Stamper is back, and right now the Waffles are finally... What a punish by the S-Blast.
No, that was beautiful. I just noticed them. They just kept sharking, and the S-Blast just turns around, directs them, gone.
And right now, Korean Zenith finally having good control, making some good points, and are looking to get that lead in the game. That would be the first time in the game that they would get the lead, but Korean Zenith have other plans in mind. They are attacking strong, getting that zone back and painting around. Zuka is being fired by the Waffles, not finding the hits, not finding the marks, and right now Korean Zenith, not that much penalty left. Penalty has been applied on them so many times that right now they're looking to make more points.
Yeah, no, putting on as many triple A strikes as possible, but not being able to get the zone in neutral. Now being able to take the zone, but that means Mario just has another crab tank out of nowhere again, being able to just aggress as much as possible. I love how Mario just keeps aggressing with that splash as much as possible, using every part of their kit to the advantage. We just saw there's some reslider cheese immediately being punished, and everybody's on Raw getting the pick. The members of Triple Waffle gotta get back in there.
Ooh, gotta get back, and with 1 minute left right now, Korean Zenith, they have huge control over the zone, looking to get Nick, but Nick is going to stay alive with a pencil, and the Waffles right now, they're pretty much on their last push with 20 points left. They need to get the zone, they need to get it, but Trace Track are not enough, and there's no specials left for the Waffles right now. Zenith is just cleaning up, and with just 5 points left, it's going to be game 2 for Zenith.
It was so back and forth, but something I noticed during that match was just how aggressive Mario was, even with the crab tank.
Yeah.
Just kept going in their spawn, even crab taking in their spawn, not caring if they were going to get picked off, and making sure that even the sniper, just nobody was going to come back alive, and nobody was going to be able to retake the zone. But some of those matches we saw, even with the S-Blast and the Stamper, which is really beautiful to watch. We see this S-Blast here just coming into work, trying to get the picks, and just trying to, get that reslider cheese that you mentioned before.
That's the power of that comp that Korean Zenith had. You don't have that much range. Outside of the Stamper, you have pretty much no range. But you can just move in so fast. The Tri-Slusher, the shot, and the splash can just run, get in your street, and then they activate special, which is like Zuka and Crab, and suddenly they have monster range, and they take instantly control of your street. And even if you're able to counter them, even if you're able to destroy the Crab tank, they took all your attention, they took all the time. And the S-Blast, it has potential, it can cheese the zone, but it's not fast like that. It cannot get in as fast. And we are going to Flounder now.
It has been a while since Flounder has been a favorable map. I feel like a lot of people just don't like how it works on a fundamental standpoint. I mean, it does favor those AoE weapons a lot. This when this thing first came out, I remember it was the main reason why V-Try was staying alive. It was literally the try map.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still the Tri-Slusher map. I've seen teams bring double Tri-Slusher to this map. And recently, this is still the Tri-Slusher map. This is still the Slusher map, to be honest. And yeah, we're gonna see more Tri-Slusher action for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure we are seeing that here, because we did see Hyun pull out the Tri-Slosher for another, very notable Tri-Slosher map, that being Humpback Pump Track. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring it back out here to get a lot more coolers and a lot more fizzies. It still sucks it's 210p. Out of all weapons to be 210p for cooler, why try? Why try?
Because of this map, and honestly, because of Turf Wars too. It's a fun map to watch. It's a very tough map to get back on.
Zap.
Back in. Oh, the Zap instead of the Tri-Slusher.
Yeah.
I mean, that Zap, it got nerfed for its points for specials, but it got buffed for its damage. Its ability to fight is a bit better. It's a bit closer to what the Splatter Shot is. So if you want to fight, and we know both of these teams want to fight, that's honestly a disadvantage.
Yeah, it works a lot better now as a Slayer. And we're seeing so many players going down here. Side by side, we see Hyun go down. We see the shot go down. And Mario.
And Mario! Mario doing Mario things, activating the crab, and just forcing everything from the Waffles. Waffles are fighting so far away from the zone right now and getting punished for it too with Bazooka.
It is just so intense right now. They're basically getting spawn camped at this point.
Oh,
but punished immediately.
Okay, it looks like the Waffles are back into the zone. They managed to paint one zone, and with a tri-strike, they should be able to reach the second zone at least. Waffles are staying into this game, and with Bazooka, they're applying penalty and getting the picks. Mario, though, is still there. Mario not afraid. In a 2v4, Mario goes forward and just want to get more fight. Look at that, Mario is in a 1v3 right now and getting a pick, almost getting a second one.
Mario just does not care. Mario, no matter what, will just go in and just throw themselves at the enemies and somehow come back on top. It is honestly awesome to see that. But as we see, Yokaru is going to be going down. The triple ink strike is going to be coming in and just going straight for that apartment building. Getting the pick on Mario. Mario caught in the crossfire.
This is the Waffles keeping themselves alive in that game and denying the push by Koreans. And if Mario looking to get in gets punished by the Slusher, and right now it looks like the Waffles are in a very, very good spot to hold these zones.
But the Zuka's gonna go down, and I see, look, there's the Stamper. The Stamper wants to go to the left, but nobody's on the right zone now. And Yokaru is trying to set up, trying to get. The Rangers are so weak right now. Can they get the pick? They got the assist. They got the assist.
And what an assist to get right there. Korean Zenith are back onto the zone, and they have back with the numbers advantage. Mario beating Bazooka right there, and that range blaster is looking to stop Mario, but that's not enough, and all of Korean Zenith is onto that zone, fighting for it right now, and the Waffles are struggling to get back in. It looks...
all three of them were just waiting.
That was dirty.
That was just Zipcast straight back in order to try to get that pick. That's insane.
And right now, Zenith is throwing bazooka shots. And wait, they have 2 down, they have 3 down. Mario is last standing. Mario is looking to fight for the zone, at least maybe giving enough time for the rest of the team to get back in. That pick of the pencil is so keep penalty still not applied by the Waffles right now. They need to apply that penalty. But Korean Zenith is painting their zone. They have control of that zone. What 2 players down? It's just... Oh, wait, they apply it! And 3 down! The Waffles are alive in this game, but they have a minute and 20 seconds to get that lead back. And
this is insane.
Zenith is dominating, but the Waffles are not
he's gonna
stopping.
set up. He's gonna set up a crab. He's gonna set up a crab.
Oh!
I saw that. There he goes. There he goes.
The crab is coming.
Guess what? Can he get another? Can he get another? No.
The Waffles, they need to keep that zone. If they keep that zone and they manage to take the other, they need to keep it. They need to push Zenith without losing bad zones. And right now, 3 down onto Zenith! 3 down onto Zenith. The Waffles have no penalty. They just need to hold it for 15 more points. And they are looking like they should be able to get it. But what? The same Costa, what? Yokaru, how do you do that?
So close. Oh, wait, the other zone, Mario,
what? They got the flank, the Zipcaster was just 5 points. 5 points. If the Waffles are able to paint the zone, they win. Korean City, they just need to paint that zone. They just need to paint that zone.
No, they gotta go back. They gotta paint. They got one down. They gotta go.
Right now. Wait. You missed this one point. Just go. And 1 time. What is this game?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. That is the craziest match I think I've actually ever commentated. Oh my, the amount of back and forth, how close it was at the end. That was insane. Oh my.
What is that? Nipple refrigerator Gamba Waffle, please change your name, because I know from that we are going to have to say your name a lot more in the future. Please get a better name, I beg of you. What What a comeback and what a play! And Korean Zenith, they had such crazy moves. Both of these teams gave it their all, did everything they could do, and in the end, it was decided by nothing, by one more push, by one more bomb on the zone, and the Waffles are alive in this set. We are going to a game 4, which is going to be on Mahi Mahi result.
The amount of just back and forth, that was literally a movie we just saw. Like that it was literally a movie. Just the back and forth. They were almost got it, but Mario was somehow behind them getting their own zone.
And back and forth on Flounder Heights, NM. The map where you're not supposed to go back and forth. The map where you're supposed to just get a 100-0 and win. This was the most back and forth game ever on the least back and forth map ever.
Like, that just does not happen. We literally just witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime experience, maybe.
And what a game. And there will be a... Okay, the game is about to start now.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is match point. Korean Zenith looking to seal the deal against these Waffles that don't want to get cooked.
The S-Blast is back!
S-Blast is back. I'm not so sure about the S-Blast, but it's such a good map for Reef Slider that, I mean, I have to give it to you. It's really a good Reef Slider map.
Yeah, well, I love S-Blast. You know, it's definitely not, it's not the best Reef Slider cheeser right now. That would probably go to Dreadringer. But, you know, still love to see the S-Blast. Not complaining. Ooh!
Zenith opening strong. They're tired of these shenanigans. These meddling kids have to go down at some point, and Korean Zenith pulling rank and getting the fights, getting the zones, and right now that Zipcaster, we know what that Zipcaster can do. That Zipcaster is punished though, and right now the Waffles are going onto the zone with the Reef Slider and with the Tri-Strike. They should be able to at least take control, apply penalty, and get around the zone and try to get what they can. Oh, wait.
Only the S-Blast alive, but can they live? They're able to get one, but they're going to have to jump out because they're the only one left alive, and that S-Blast is not going to pay all of that orange.
Yeah, Korean Zenith have the whole map painted orange right now, and the Waffles, they managed to apply penalty, but the penalty is almost done. The Reef Slider is getting it. The Reef Slider is not enough to paint the zone, but thankfully the rest of the team is able to put the continuation on to get in there and at least push Korean Zenith a bit and make some point. But Korean Zenith, now it's the counter push. They're getting back in there, getting the zone and trying to get a few picks onto Waffles.
Yep. Those slots are going to go down to a stray Zuka shot, and there's another. The last Zuka shot just went out, but we see the Restarter coming in, trying to cheese the zone, but at least putting them back in a standoff position, getting a little, just buying them a little bit of time here. But honestly, Zenith is just going so hard right now. The aggression, the members of Triple Waffle have got to find something.
They have to, but right now Zenith are holding the zone. They lost one player, and it looks like the Waffles are surrounding the zone, throwing the Tri-Strike at it, and with the Zuka, they should be able to at least capture. They get a pick on the shot. The Zipcaster's deployed. Oh! Ooh, that is bad. The Zipcaster taking your pencil, even though it's a trade. It's just the S-Blast right now. Banksium, you have to jump away right there. Yep. That's a jump out of Banksium for the Waffles, but right now the Waffles have to regroup, have to prepare for their specials if they want to get the zone. But Reef Slider was a bit early. They managed to take control at least.
You know, they managed to take their own control, and we see the members of Zenith just trying to hold their own, but they're two down right now, but Mario's trying to aggress like they always do. But Mario has to jump, The Zuka's coming out, but the Mario jumps back over, going to be able to aggress with their team. The Crab Tank is coming out, but the Slosher able to get the pick!
That Finally, the Waffles are able to take some control on this map, but Korean Zenith are not stopping. They're still spawning back in, getting back into the fight and getting the zone back. The Waffles are still struggling to get things going, and 3 down onto them right now. It's going to be another hold by Korean Zenith with a Zuka too.
We have Zuka coming in. Mario's going to go down right here. We see the shot trying to get something done. We see the Zuka coming in, looking at Yokaru, getting the pick on the Stamper. It is 2 down on the side of Zenith right now. Soren is on this left side trying to hold it. Mario is pushing in a rock, going to be able to get that pick. We see the shot on the zone. The two down. 2 down right now on both sides. It's just a sniper. It's just a sniper.
15 points. Korean Zeniths are going to make it to grand finals and stuff, unless the Waffles are able to put down a miracle, but they're out of specials right now. Korean Zenith gets it 3-1. But I have to say it again, Depot Frutetic Gamba Waffen. What a game, and what a showing by these newcoming players. But I'm so glad we got to watch these semi-finals and end.
Yeah, no, I am so glad too, especially that Flounders Height match. That was so intense at the end, but it was still a pretty solid match, seeing on Mahi Mahi Resort and showing just how much Zenith had learned from facing Triple Waffle during the past few matches, and especially Flounder Heights, and knowing they just got to go in full force. They got to make sure they don't stop. They got to make sure they don't let them breathe even for a second. Nick not even being able to basically leave the A-Quail block sometimes. Like, it was really intense.
It was intense till the very end. The Waffles were able to get the fights, to get the pushes, but Zenith had a bit more fights, a bit more pushing, a bit more paint, a bit more coordination, and like the Waffles, yeah, they were Div 6 last Luti setup. That's over. That's completely irrelevant now. Now they're in that game where they have to get a little bit more edge in everything they do if they want to match what Korean Zenith is doing. But they're showing that they are getting there, and it's incredible to see a team like after so much grind able to make it pay off.
Yeah, and it's not over for them just yet, as they are still in the loser brackets, being put down to losers round 6, which means they still have some fight to go, but they're still in this. They are still in this. Going to be waiting on Baja Blast, Bots, and Gentle Mates, which are teams that we did see beforehand on this stream.
Yeah, meanwhile, Korean Zenith, they go on to face Frutella, who also went 3-1 in their semifinals. So we'll see how these two great teams, will do against each other in winners finals after this short break, I guess. And I lied. We're not having a break, and we're going to see more action. No time to catch our breath. It's going to be Frutella versus Korean Zenith right here, right now. We are getting into the lobby, and game number 1 is going to be on Hagglefish Market. We haven't seen Hagglefish yet.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty surprising considering how much people love Hagglefish. You know, right now, it's surprising that it's taken until winners finals to even see it.
I think it's a map where everybody agrees to play on that map, but it's not necessarily the map where people are going to say, "Oh, this is the map we want to play on first. This is the map we want to go." I mean, for Counterpick, it's a map that often comes because you can recenter yourself, that you can, like, it's a known quantity. But if you can choose any map you want, you're going to go on Flounder Heights or Humpback usually because you think you can get an edge on it. This is a map that is good for everybody. So this, I feel like you choose it and you put it in your list if you think you're just better.
Yeah. So we're gonna see, honestly, what these teams are going to be having in store. Of course, we just watched a lot of what Zenith is going to do. We know Mario is going to get directly in their face. We know that they're going to be painting and aggressing as much as possible. We haven't seen Frutella on this stream today. So at least for me, somebody who stepped away for a while, this is going to be a surprise for me. I do know Punchy at the very least. I know they're most likely going to be coming in with a splash.
Yeah. Futera, they're the team on the rise. They're the new hot kid on the block. They've been terrorizing everybody in Battling Pool and Triton-Cup these past few months. And yeah, they're very, very good. They like to run double Tacticooler quite often. We won't see it on this map from Andy, but Andy likes to play Dynamo a lot. But on flat maps like that, they usually go for a heavy edit instead, which I think we're likely to see. We're also likely to see a pencil, though. I mean, Frutella has a lot of different weapons that they can play, and the one thing that they always have is that they play super fast, super aggressive, and I mean, given Korean Zenith, that's going to be quite a show.
Yeah. It is. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm just like, whew, I'm just coming off of that previous set a little bit still.
Yeah. No time to catch our breath. We are getting in. It's time for Hagglefish Zones. Hopefully it's like slow and steady. One team gets it, just keeps control, and we won't have to lose our breath the way we did. But here we comes.
Double cooler.
Yeah, double cooler from Frutella, and Korean Zenith bringing the pencil, bringing the same comp they've been using so far, pretty much.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of back and forth like there always is on this map. And the Stamper already down to a Splat Bomb. We see Frutella already setting up on this zone, already having the specials. As Mario is they're trying to get a way in, but they can't. They got to back up. They're literally on one, going to be picked off.
Yeah, Frutella running onto Korean Zenith faster than Korean Zenith can run on Frutella right now. And that means they get the zone, but it's the answer by Korean Zenith trying to counter the attack. The Zipcaster is deployed, is going to get one pick right there. It looks like Frutella is moving back into spawn. Right now it's just Andy with the heavy edit is going to have to jump back from there. And Frutella, now they have to find a way back in, and they have 2 players down. Ooh.
Yeah, no, this is going to get pretty intense with 2 players down. They just gotta make something happen right here. But as we see, Zenith is going to be able to get the lead as Mario's going to go down and going to jump back onto the zone. Andy trying to see if they can get a cooler. A lot going on right here. The splash going to go down as the members of Zenith, they're trying to aggress. We see the Trizuka coming out here. They have a few more shots, trying to see if they can get any picks. Not able to get anything, but the Slosh are going to go down just as they were readying up a triple ink strike.
Yeah, and right now with 20 points left, it looks like Korean Zenith, who are in orange, should be... Oh, wait, no, they're not gonna get it. By the way, Joyan, the colors are invented. And it's Frutella in grid getting back that control right now. But at least only able to apply penalty because Korean Zenith are just pushing them away again. And Korean Zenith so strong right now, just pushing Frutella back and back and back.
Yeah, no, just pushing them back so much. We see Zen Shark in here with the Trizuka, try to see if they can get a pick. Not able to get one here, but keeping that pressure on enough. We see Slurp they're trying to get as much pain on them as possible. They got the Tacticooler now. They're going to be using the triple ink strike to try to get a way in for their team. 2 are going to go down on the side of Zenith here. As the shot is coming in from the right, going to be able to pick off the Zap. 2 down. They're pushing it from both sides. Stamper, they see Punch. They're trying to push into Punchy as much as possible, getting the pick. They're getting just so much aggression right now, just making sure the members of Frutella are just not able to get in. Slurp is literally on 1 HP on top of this canopy right now.
These 2 teams are just running at each other, getting all the fights. But right now, Korean Zenith is getting the best of these fights. That Stamper is paying off by Yokaru, and Yokaru has the Zipcaster at the ready. You know what that means, and the Zipcaster can do so much damage. And right now, they're on. Oh, they get punished by the Tri-Strikes. All of Frutella is collapsing onto the zone, able to apply penalty just in the nick of time.
Yeah, no, This is really good for them, but they're going to go 2 down again. But they still have those tactical benefits. We see the Trizuka coming out, trying to see if they can get any picks. They're going to be able to get the zone in a neutral state. But we see Punch trying to go for a flank, but going to be taken out by the Stamper. Both the Splashers down on either side here, as both of them are just trying to find a way into each other. But we see the Zipcaster is going to be coming out, most likely looking at this tactical spot, taking down the bucket, but being taken down themselves.
And right now it's a fight for the zone, a fight for pain. Frutella is not that far behind. They just need to hold the zone. If they manage to push Korean Zenith away just this one more time, they should get the lead and possibly the KO right now. But 3 down onto Korean Zenith. Frutella getting another pick. Mario gets picked. And all of them are jumping back in but getting punished for it. They take the lead and it's just Punchy standing, getting that KO.
We literally saw just at the end there, it literally just went to neutral. If a little more time, they would have been able to put it back in a neutral state. But that was so much aggression and pushing forward initially from Zenith, having them back there for so long. But Frutella being able to come back, being able to use their own power, and being able to take the win.
Yeah, it's really Frutella at the end recognizing, wait a minute, if we just trade and trade and trade everything that comes in, the map stays in our favor long enough that we get the KO, and that's what they did, that's how we got it. I mean, Korean Zenith, they were winning the fights, they had the zone, they had such a huge lead for themselves. It's just that Frutella, once they managed to have that control, once they managed to get that extra pick, that one counter on the Zipcaster, but they got the zone and they just kept it. They just kept it long enough.
Yeah, no, they literally just kept it long enough in order to get that victory. That was really good coming out from both teams. You saw the Zipcaster coming in there, being able to trade with the Slosher. You just saw so much power, again, coming from both sides as we're now going into Humpback Pump Track.
Yeah, Humpback Pump Track. We've seen Korean Zenith win on this one because they were so fast, because they were constantly moving forward onto the street, deploying that crab tank. But now it's against Frutella, and Frutella is a different beast on this map, because this is a map where Frutella brings a dynamo.
Yeah, no, they are going to bring a dynamo out here. This is literally one of the dynamo maps, just as we were talking before with tri-maps. This is one of the dynamo maps. So if they do got such a prolific dynamo player, they're going to use it. Of course, the silver one, not the gold one. Not that one. The silver one.
Yeah, the silver one is coming for sure. And here we go. Let's see what these teams are bringing.
There it is.
Yeah, Dynamo and Slusher. Meanwhile,
Junior.
Yeah, a junior and a tri-slasher on the side of Korean Zenith. Love to see here with the junior. I mean, a big bubbler deployed onto the zone pretty much allows you to just throw all the bombs and paint the zone however you want. Look at that. Bombs, paint, all you want. And now the bubbler is done and you have to move back.
Yeah, no, they're just going back and forth right now. We see the Saucer trying to go in. They're already at the 80 points, but they're still at a standpoint. Both teams still have a solid control in mid, trying to get in, but one of them is going to be picked off. The Tri-Strike coming in. 3 members
3 down.
Delayed right there.
And that's a delayed wide by Frutella, and now Frutella looking to get a camp. The Dynamo gets punished right away for being a bit too hasty right there. Korean Zenith getting back in so fast despite the delayed wipe, and look at that, they already get the zone. They apply penalty, and Frutella, they got a bit of points from there, but not enough, and Korean Zenith are back into the fight.
Yeah, no, they've been doing really well. And as we see, the triple aim strikes are going to be coming out, going to be able to paint the zone. Yokaru was up top, getting the pick on that splash, and now they're just trying to push paint. Everybody's just trying to push paint on the side of Zenith. We see one going down. They see they get the zone, they get the bubble in. They're just aggressing as much as possible. Andy on that trench, trying to live as much as possible with this dynamo here. They're just trying to push paint. And they're able to get it in a neutral point, but Zenith is able to get it back. But the Crab coming out right now, being able to take down the shot, trying to push as much paint Can they be able to? Yes, they can. They are able to get it back.
They get the zone back, and right now our Frutella is on the zone, but Korean Zenith is going on to them. Right now, it looks like the fight is going blue. This time, Korean Zenith pushing Frutella away. And finally, it looks like they have good control over the zone and are looking to push Frutella away. And he is struggling to just survive with the Dynamo because of all the bomb. But, I mean, that's how you recognize a seasoned Dynamo veteran right there, able to dodge the bomb despite having... Okay, well, never mind. I spoke too soon. I'm sorry.
But we see the lead being taken back by Zenith as Punch is trying to push as much pressure as possible, trying to get the pick, able to get it 2 down on the side of Zenith though, but they're able to get the bubble back up. Andy going to go down directly in the bubble, but that's a wipeout. That is a wipeout on Zenith. This is the perfect time for Frutella to get all this blue paint out of here and just set up. But the zap pushed a little too far. Is going to be picked off because of it. We see the shot going on the top right. The Zuka coming out. Andy has to back out as much as possible. Andy
What a survival! No more paint, no more time, blue paint under their feet, but the Zuka is not enough. Korean Zenith though able to get back in there. They're gonna keep that lead, and they're gonna keep the control right now. Frutella, they have to get back in there. They have less than 2 minutes to get that lead back, and right now Korean Zenith are so strong on this map.
Yeah, no, it is so strong, and we see them just continue going. Yokuru just trying to get as much picks as possible. Crowny trying to contest them, but trying to keep their space because Stamper versus Zap, Stamper definitely has the more favorable matchup there as they get all the way down to the 20s, and we see Andy getting picked off. Yokuru is still behind him, going to be able to pincer down Crowny, but getting taken out themselves. They're down to the single digits. The members of Frutella have got to go. They gotta pay, but they're not able to get it.
And that's going to be 1-1. Korean Zenith taking Frutella and beating them on their pick. What a game again. And it's all been about being able to punish that Dynamo that Andy was bringing right there. And really Korean Zenith showing that they can be the fastest, they can run at you again and again and again until it works. Both of these teams were respawning so fast, not wasting a single split second. You really wanted to have a full wipeout because a delayed wipe meant nothing. They were just getting back in there.
You know, they just kept getting over and over back in there, kept trying to get the paint. You see Mario just keep going in there with the Tri Nouveau. Everybody was just on their A game on both sides. So many wipeouts, so much aggression, so many flanks. We saw Yokuru at the end just holding the enemy base, even getting a pick on Andy, making sure that there wasn't too much pain coming out from the members of Frutella, giving them that 1-1 score. And now we're going on to Mako-Mart.
Okay, Mako-Mart, which is its real name, is... I mean, we've talked about this map. It's the kind of map where you can play so many different things as long as you have a ledge option. We know both of these teams have great ledge options, so we're gonna see a great game.
Yeah, no, we are definitely going to be seeing a great game coming out here. We're just going to have to wait and see on what these teams have to offer. Just a little bit before, but of course Mako-Mart, we have talked about it before. We did see our first match on there. Very prolific and well-known map.
Yeah, classic of all classic. It's the OG Zones cheese map too. So I like to say whether you play Vacuum or Reef Slider, but I don't think either of these teams is going to play Vacuum or Reef Slider. But like this is a kind of map where you see that a lot because of the plus shapes. It's especially victim to a big explosion in the middle.
True. It is very prolific for that. But we're now getting into this third match here, 1-1, and we're seeing all the team comps coming out here. Not much change on both sides. They're both, Mako-Mart is more or less a similar map to Humpback in terms of ledge weapons are going to be very good on that map. So, of course, we're going to be seeing very similar comps run here. But the Slosher already going down, and Korean Zenith already going to be the first one taking control. killing the junior, trying to get as much pain as possible, trying to make sure this crab isn't able to do anything. But this crab is getting picks.
Yeah, lots of picks are happening, and right now Korean Zenith have the first control over the map, but they have Punch behind them. Managing to get rid of Punch super fast is so important for them, because that means they can face Frutella as they are attacking. Frutella able to apply penalty, but they pay for it, they lose their Dynamo, and right now all of Korean Zenith are getting into the fight, trying to get picks or trades. Anything goes. With Bubbler deployed onto the zone allows them to just keep the zone a bit longer and chew down onto Frutella, and I'm right now chew down on Frutella. Korean Zenith are pushing Frutella away.
You know, they just keep pushing Frutella away, but there's only 2 alive right now. Only the Junior and the Stamper. They're trying to live as much as possible. Going to be able to take the Zap out, but the triple Ink Strike is going to be coming in, putting it back into a neutral point, but they're so
Andy
close
Shock?
to
Andy Shock?
Oh, Andy from the behind didn't even notice. They're running as much as possible, but they got a little distraction time. But no picks. But they know Andy's there. But Andy is going to be going back into mid with their team, with this Zipcaster coming in to pick out the crab. It's just the Slosher getting picked out just as Yoku recalls. But Andy's still there.
Yeah, Andy is still there. Andy loves these stacks. Andy. It's like, yeah, no, it's not a heavyweight weapon when Andy is using it. But right now, Korean Zenith just ignoring Andy. Oh, and almost getting the KO, but Frutella able to capture the zone just in the nick of time and forcing Korean Zenith back. Frutella finally into this game, finally with control over the map. And now let's see how they're able to keep that control.
Yeah, no, they're just going to have to try as much as possible in order to keep this control here. You see Owen trying to put as many bombs in as possible. Everybody's just going in, but Andy, once again, from the behind, but the bubble stopped that insane pick they could have had. But the quad from this, oh my, that double from that zip was insane. In the respawn, Trizuka to the dome.
Korean Zenith, they bring the play. They get the spicy picks with the specials. They know the deadly specials and they use them to their fullest. But right now Frutella slowly getting back in, getting that zone back, and they need to get that zone back. But right now they have 2 players down. Frutella in charge. Frutella getting the wipe out, and Frutella, they like Korean Zenith back into their spawn. They need to prepare an attack again. No penalty onto Frutella. 50 points away from a KO, and the Korean Zenith are preparing their attack right now. We can see them collapse into the zone. The big bowler is deployed. We can see the paint, and we're going to see some more bombs, I guess. And Zipcaster is coming, and right now 3 down onto Frutella. Korean Zenith, when they move forward, that's what happens.
Yeah, no, they wanted that Slosher gone, and they got him gone. But the other members of Frutella are starting to get back into the swing of things, trying to get back into mid. They don't have much time getting up on this left stack. We see Crowny trying to get some pain, trying to stay alive. They're almost at another cooler, being able to take down the shot. They're going in, but the 2 are going to go down, and it's just 2 left alive. It's just a Dynamo. It is just a Dynamo. They're down, but they're down.
Junior.
And that's it. Game. That's game. 2-1 right now to Frutella. Frutella just kept getting so many picks. Even with that Dynamo again and again coming behind them, they said, we do not care. We do not care. And that bubble actually helped in some points, making sure that Dynamo could not get the picks on them that it needed.
Yeah, that's such a... I mean, it looks like the special power-up on that big bubbler really helped for Yeon. And it looks like it was enough. In the end, there was nobody around the zone but just the junior, keeping the zone painted and making sure that the KO is final for Korean Zenith. Korean Zenith right now, they are 1 game away from grand finals of this Triton-Cup 71.
You know, they are 1 game away, but Frutella still has that 1 point, so it's still not over yet for Frutella. They can easily take this 4th game right now and make it in an actual, but like, you know, just that 5th game going even, winner takes all of that.
Mhm. I mean, next game is going to be on Mahi. And Mahi is another map where we see back and forth. It's another map where we see lots of fights all around the map. Another map where the Zuka and the Zipcaster can do damage. So, like, don't blink. Whatever you do not blink. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, no, it is going to be an amazing game that we are about to see here, just as we're going to get into it in a little bit. Mahi, we have seen multiple times, and we know how Zenith likes to play on this map. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be in their face. We know that.
Yeah, lots going to happen. And yeah, we had a bit of lobby issue. The game was so intense that the lobby didn't hold, but right now we are back in the room and we are waiting for all these teams. On Mahi results, it's honestly like these teams are so good, and I want to see them play better.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to see them play too. With these last 3 matches, they've been so intense, and I want to see what we're going to get for this match too. I know it is going to be intense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is going to be hectic.
Yeah, it's going to be for sure. And it's like I never know what to say for this map. You know, as casters, we always have to say a small thing about the map. But this map, there's so many different ways to play on it. And as a low-level player, I always never understand what the dynamic is. It looks like these teams are constantly fighting on it and always find a way to get back in. When I play it, I struggle to push on this map always.
You know, it's a hard map to push on, especially if like you're playing a more supportive or backline weapon. But once you get that control, once you get that zone, it feels really good to just like hold your ground. And you just got to pay attention to a bunch of different spots. As small as this map is, you got to pay attention to so many different routes that the enemies could be able to go down through. There's just it's a lot to take in, but once you get really good at this map, you're just good. Period.
But here we go. Reminder that it's a match point for Korean Zenith. Meanwhile, Frutella bringing back the heavy edit are looking to get this one to get to a game 5. Let's see how it goes.
We're going to see how it goes here. Both of these teams starting to get set up into the zone here. We're actually seeing the machine and the heavy edit coming out from Frutella this time. So we're going to be seeing a lot of paint coming out and some Booyah Bombs being able to take back this zone pretty well with, of course, the special itself. Mario being pushed back with their Tri-Nouveau, but the Fizzy was able to take out the machine there. One Zuka. Nice Zuka pick. Nice Zuka pick.
Yeah. Nice Zuka pick, a nice reaction by the rest of Frutella to just move undercover as soon as that Zuka was called. That allows them to do that right there. Andy getting a pick for free because they were ready to counter-attack. And right now Frutella has control of the zone and they're pushing Korean Zenith back into their spot. That's what you need if you're Frutella right now. Pushing Korean Zenith away, forcing the fight to be away from the zone so that the clock can tick in your favor.
No, that is definitely what they want right now. The water level is now dropping since it's below 60 points, and Frutella is just painting it as much as possible. They have such a good hold on this zone, but the Trizuka is coming out from the side of Zenith. They're trying to get back in. The Booyah Bomb's coming in, but they're just... Yon is just running in, getting that bubble in as soon as possible, but there's a heavy edit on the other side, so it's just going to shred that thing immediately. 2 down again, 3 down. This is not looking good. We might see a 5th game. We might see a game 5.
It looks like we're going to see a game 5 because Korean Zenith, they need this push right now, and they don't have any special ever ready, and they get picked right now already on the stamper, on the junior.
Oh, no, we're going to a game 5. Chat, we're going to a game 5.
We are going in a game 5 and it's winners finals. This is going to be down to the wire. These two teams are so even and
No, Pat. You know what
NM?
map it is? You know what map it is?
Yeah, I know what map it is.
We're going to Flounder Heights, baby. We're going to Flounder Heights.
I mean, this map has given us a show. Between these two teams, I expect to see more action, more picks, more fights, more incredible moves. So let's go. This is crazy. This is a crazy Triton-Cup NM that we have right there. And yeah, we got a game 5.
Yeah, no, we got a game 5. That is insane. The members of Frutella are coming to play. You see, they're all immediately ready. They're immediately ready. They know what they want to do. They're ready to go. And they have a Dynamo player in Flounder Heights. We could see some madness.
I think this is a double-edged sword because, yeah, Dynamo is so good on Flounder Heights, but Korean Zenith, they've shown that they're very good at bullying Andy. They're very good at countering that Dynamo, whether with all the bombs or with the Zipcasters. Korean Zenith, unlike so many other teams, they know how to play against the Dynamo, and I feel like, yeah, Dynamo is getting better, and this is a good map for it. Korean Zenith, I think they're happy to see the Dynamo coming back.
Yeah, no, I think they're definitely happy to see if the Dynamo come back because Zenith knows how to take care of that Dynamo. But either way, we're gonna have to wait and see because we're just waiting on two of them to decide which weapon do they want. But not only, chat, do we have a Game 5 hype. We have a Game 5 hype on Flounder Heights. If you weren't watching the previous round with Korean Zenith, it got crazy.
It got tense. It got intense, and it's going to get even more intense right there. The Dynamo is coming back, and it's
wait, but no Junior.
Yeah, no more Junior. It's a tri-slasher on the side of Korean Zenith. Yeah, no more Junior, but we're going to see both teams are bringing a splash and a shot, which isn't that surprising. These two weapons are so good right now, but it looks like Korean Zenith are going to get the first pick of the match. Frutella have 2 players down right now, and Korean Zenith are looking to get that control top mid, but the Crab Tank is delaying things, is allowing the rest of Frutella to come back on. And right now, Korean Zenith, they're the ones 3 down, and Frutella are in a good spot right there.
Yeah, no, Frutella is immediately going to be the one to take the zone after almost a minute of just back and forth. All the members jumping, but is there somebody behind them? Yeah. Oh, well, that's their spawn. Yeah, that makes sense. I was getting flashbacks already.
We'll never forget. And right now, 2 down on to Frutella. It looks like Korean Zenith are going to be able to apply penalty, get control onto mid. Wait, or not? Are they not? Frutella just spawning back in so fast, super jumping in so fast and getting the big shoot down. Frutella, no penalty applied onto them. They stay in control, and with Bazooka right there. One more pick.
That was really good, but no, not one more pick, but that was a really good pick, taking out their cooler player, not their cooler player, but their splash right there, since Mario's back on it, baby. The splash, as we see them trying to come in. We see that shot trying to get some picks. They got the zone in neutral. We see the Zipcasters coming in with Mario for the flank. The Dynamo's going to go down. They're just zipping as much as possible, just trying to be an absolute menace. 2 down on the side of Frutella, and everybody is going in for that splash, but Crowny is right behind that other shot. That shot's gonna run away. They're dipping, but they got the zone. They got the zone. They got a 50 penalty on the side of Frutella.
Finally, applying that penalty is so important for Korean Zenith. And right now, the Frutella are back on the attack. They're back onto the zones and looking to paint it back. Frutella are respawning so fast. Even when they're 2 players down, they're still in that fight. They're still staying there and getting that zone back and getting a wipeout.
Yeah, no, as much as Zenith likes to play aggressive, we see that Frutella is coming. They're not coming to play. They're not coming to play. They took them down 2 games, and they want this win. They want these grand finals. They want it locked in, secured, and they're not giving Zenith any sort of room. even if Mario's about to put on this crab tank and able to take down their shot, they're still going to paint as much as possible. But so many specials are coming out here from Zenith, able to take back the zone and take out their machine. But we see the shot is still on their side, but they're going to be picked off immediately. It's just the Dynamo and the Splash right here, able to pick off Yon right there, punching, trying to get in, but they're fighting Mario and Yoker at the same time. It is not looking good for Frutella right now.
And for Korean Zenith, meanwhile, making more than 20 points for the first time in this game. Finally getting some control, but Frutella is already back in there. Frutella is already back on the attack and shoot down onto Korean Zenith. It's like Frutella are just moving forward, getting more picks, getting more fights, getting back in there. But Korean Zenith, no penalty applied yet. If they are able to keep their zone and push Frutella away, they could get that lead, but that's easier said than done. Frutella is back on the attack again and getting trades, getting picks. Your carry is behind you. There's a stamper in your back right now and forcing you to look back behind you. Korean Zenith maintaining a bit on the zone. Frutella has to look back and they haven't applied penalty yet.
No, but there we go. There we go.
What a big shot! The shot getting the picks and Korean Zenith keeping the zone.
Behind.
Is there? There's one behind.
Yes, there's one behind, but they jump, and they give Zenith the lead.
That's lead for Zenith. That's lead for Korean Zenith. 30 seconds left, and Korean Zenith, all they need to do is hold. If they don't get splat, if they keep Frutella away, they keep that game, and they win by 2 points. 20 seconds left, and 2 down, and to Frutella 3 down. Korean Zenith are looking to get it. What a comeback in this game. What a set. And
You're coming back in with the Booyah Bomb.
Booyah Bomb. It's not going to be enough. You just get one zone. You need 2 zones to get overtime. You need 2 zones.
But they can't. And that's it. It was so much in Frutella's favor. But in the end, once again, Zenith just came back, got so many picks, and Zenith is able to get their spot in Grands.
What a set. I mean, Korean Zenith, they deserve some rest, and they're in grand finals. They're going to wait a bit before they play again, and they deserve the rest because these 2 sets that they just had were so intense. I'm sweating right now. I'm out of breath right now. I can't imagine how these players must be feeling. What a game.
You know, that was so intense, but both teams, honestly,
Oh yeah,
came to play. It was beautiful from both sides.
For sure. But it's not the end of the road for Frutella. We know that Frutella is going to losers finals, and we know that they're a favorite to get back into grand finals after what they've shown right here. So this is certainly not the end of Frutella, but it's the end of us, and we're going to have to leave the microphone.
True. So before we do and hand it off to our next commentators for the losers bracket, where can people find you, Pat?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at @PatOrtom with underscores in between. It's written on your screen right now. You can also find me on Blue Sky. If you remove the underscores, it's the same. And NM, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Ninstar123. I've basically taken a social media hiatus for like the past few months. There's not been much activity going on, but now that I'm getting back into commentary, stuff like that, I'm going to try to stream more too. A lot more content coming out from me now with the time that I am getting back.
Yeah, and we're going to go to a short break, and after that you'll see Fufu and Laila showing you losers bracket, which, I mean, this night has been intense, and you can bet that the rest of losers bracket is going to be crazy too.
Yeah, but with that being said, we'll see you all later. But make sure to stay tuned for losers. Peace.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our captain forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!
I'm holding it like that guy. Oh, whoa, we got live jump scared here on a Barnacle and Dime Splat Zones, if I recall correctly. Is this the right game mode here we're playing? Is this the right map mode? Hello,
Wrong
everyone.
teammates though. Wrong teammates though. Look at it. We have first-hand gameplay right now.
We have a mixed match and a half and a bit of a squid party here. Hello, it is Fufu holding the mic. I am joined here with the lovely Lila. We are here with semi-final losers here on the Triton-Cup.
Good evening, everyone. As if winners finals wasn't as hype as it was now, we get to deal with our Selenas. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hopefully, you're doing okay.
We're glad to be here today. We're starting off very strongly here
Yep.
with a little bit of a mismatched teammates. But as you guys see on the team names, we have ASC Tenchi versus Gentlemates. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Just my mic.
both of these teams just I can't say much for Gentlemates, but I know ASC has been around for a while, and seeing them in this placement of the bracket is no surprise to a lot of people, and no surprise for anyone as well, Fufu.
That is very true. I'm excited because last time we saw them, I mean, even as we look through the brackets, ASC Tenchi has been incredibly strong throughout their gameplay. Plowing through the last round and into the semifinals. So I don't think they're gonna go down without a fight. And with Frutella waiting there on the finals for losers bracket, it's gonna be very interesting. And I'm assuming they're gonna give it their all here to try to make it to finals here on Triton. So
Yeah, definitely. And if they win here too, Fufu, they're gonna face out Frutella once again in losers finals, because they got knocked out of winners semis by Frutella as well. So it'll be a really interesting reverse going if AS Tenshi can, make it all the way there.
For sure. Excuse me, we are having mic moments right now. This is the adjustment of all time. I'm trying to make sure everything sounds okay.
You can
make
make
some
sure
last minute
everyone can
adjustments.
hear us, can hear you. Everyone's loud and clear, but what's clear and loudly now, we know that is going to be the Zones gameplay that's going to be presented in front of us. So let's get ready to dive into this, and we already see a range blaster in both teams having a pencil on this map. Very notably, pencil is a strong weapon here.
Pencil has been incredibly strong, especially in zones with its painting capability, especially if you still want to charge it, and a cooler, especially considering the blaster on ASC Tenchi's team. Both these teams have a nice amount of paint on their side, which is going to be great, especially because we are playing the Turf War condensed as these teams are starting off strong. Between we're seeing Gentlemen actually take this first set of caps here and first set of picks here we start off the map, but they're collapsing on AC Tenchi right now, having an incredible start.
Ooh, but a stray pick there is going to enable them to have a little bit more space to work with. And Fufu, I don't know if we've noticed, but both of these teams are running a sort of mirror comp. The only ace in their sleeves is on each team, where the Range Blasters and the Junior on the corresponding teams at the moment. So they're going to play very similarly, but just one team's going to have one up in the ante, and I think that really did just prove to be for ASC Tenchi to be able to retake that zone, getting those 3 downs, and now it's going to be them to try and start the lockout initiative. But that's 2 down on their court already. It's not going to be looking too great for ASC if they can't hold this momentum up.
For sure. Gentlemen is already trying their best to try and get a retake, but ASC Tenchi already meeting them back in their base, seeing this blaster. This blaster is going to be incredibly strong in the sake of just being able to hold space, especially on top of the slosher, as they're waiting it out here, seeing this wave come out, see if they can find any marks. But ASC Tenchi is definitely playing the waiting game, just trying to wait for Gentlemates to fall into their hands, but Gentlemates throwing out their strikes, throwing out everything they have. Whoa, we are seeing bloodshed here. ASC Tenchi is keen with 3 down. Practically a delayed wipe here in the favor of ASC Tenchi is quite set on just keeping them out, Lila.
They really want to keep them out. I mean, there's only 6 seconds left on the point here. Gentlemates don't have much on control of what they can do, and ASC Tenchi is going to be able to just take that out smooth and dominantly after coming off of a backhand at the start there. But I really do think that Range Blaster has a better ace up in their sleeves, because, the chip damage from the Slosher plus the Range Blaster is already a combo. When you put that in with the pencil there, it's just going to be juicy when you push up together.
For sure, especially considering the map, Barnacle and Dime, especially on lockouts, you can really capitalize and really pressure those ledges from the snipes to just the glass where they can't move much, and it's just a perfect speeding ground for something like the Blaster and even the Slosher to capitalize off while the rest of your teammates, take things out. And this Slosher was playing real ballsy, but it was that just they took advantage of the fact that their Slosher was playing a distraction game and just use that opportunity to take everyone out with them, and that was amazing team play there from ASC Tenchi. ASC Tenchi, word. I said I said it right.
Yeah, you said it right.
You
said it right.
As we prepare for our next counter pick.
Yeah, it's just like the Slosher is also a very key point for both of these teams to try and push into, because they both have like the ink strikes, and seeing as we're going into Inkblock Art Academy for the zones as well, it's gonna be like a very rough time if you don't have something that can cover up the paint as fast as you can alongside that pencil, and the strikes is just perfect for that.
For sure. Honestly, I'm a little bit biased towards the strikes. I feel like they're really good at walling things out, especially on something like zones. And even it's something just we're in zones, so I'm gonna talk zones. Striking the back of zone, allowing your team to just possibly cap from the front. That's another thing. I love strikes. If it wasn't obvious, I like my strikes.
My strikes. Air stripes coming in from all the way on the other side of the earth, trying to cover as much as we can and then let your teammates through, just the classic dandy 1-2, giving it in. But on Inkblot Art Academy, the name of the game once again is going to be trying locking them out of their plat,
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with such a lockout heavy map such as Inkblot, you really can take this 0 to 100, or Inkblot goes two ways. It's either 0 to 100 or we're gonna be here until the end of time.
Yeah,
so
those penalties.
Those penalties for sure. But honestly, I'm looking at the comps once more, and I think those Sloshers and Blasters once more are going to have an absolute trip when it comes down to this map mode.
Yeah, but don't give the underhand onto that Junior too, because Junior can prove to be a very menacing special with that bubble. If you can cover one side and just for like 5 seconds is enough for your team to capitalize off of it. But it is best of 3, so if ASC here gets the game up, they're going to be able to take this set and move on to losers finals. And no comp changes for both of these teams at the moment, so let's see how they're going to improvise here.
Don't fix it if it ain't broke is what we like to say, as both teams are opening up right away. And as you said, no comp changes. So we are seeing very paint-heavy comps. And of course, I love seeing that Blaster. I talk about that Blaster. Oh, unfortunately, it's the Blaster that does go out first. We are seeing bloodshed left and right. And Gentlemates once again having a grand opening here, taking that first cap of the zone as 2 members of AC Tenchi are making the return back to spawn. But, away!
This is a bounty hunch just now. That Junior wanted that shot really bad there. It was like a bounty on top of his head to try and get rid of, but it is still Gentlemate's favor at the moment with this zone cap, and still with the numbers advantage and maybe specials, ASC Tenchi is now going to start this push with the Kulu, with the strikes, and getting out of that bucket as well is going to lead them to this zone flip. First with 27 penalty on the point, it is lead for Gentlemates now, but ASC Tenchi still has that foot on the ground, stable as the sound right now.
For sure. Just taking a little bit to cap that zone here. They are taking the time to get their footing once more, putting a little more paint on the ground, or not. It's actually mostly orange still, and unfortunately that is 2 down for ASC Tenchi. Gentlemates now finding this opportunity to make their way into mid and try to recap the zone. But an excellent direct here from the Blaster, but unfortunately getting punished on the way out, and it's going to be Gentlemates that I believe is going to cap the zone once more to the Slosher. How is the Slosher alive?
Yeah, I mean, they're avoided everything. That's good. But look at the amount of paint, like you said, being thrown down by the pencil and the shot and the Slosher at the same time right now. There's just so much to cover. And if you don't have the same people that are just covering it together, you're just not going to be able to outpaint each other. So these fights will have to go down quick. They will have to finish each other quick. And as quick as it is, Gentlemates is already free down. Let's reset that. And it's just left with Scuffers on the pencil right now, just trying to hold on and get their cooler back as fast as they need to. Lead flip back on ASC Tenchi's side with that small lead, now extending down to a 50. If they can hold this down, they can get more, but like we said before, look at the numbers advantage that Gentlemates has now.
Yeah, it is even numbers right now, but with the overwhelming ink that is being placed on the field by Gentlemate, it's going to leave the 2 down on ASC Tenchi and a nice zone in their flavor. We're getting the flavor of favor here as Gentlemates is just putting ink on the ground galore. Again, we love seeing these high paint comps, especially for something like zone, but it's only going to last so long as ASC Tenchi once again is quick to turn the zone into their favor right now.
Yeah, definitely. So, with that quick flip from Gentlemates, it's only going to be able to apply a very short penalty to wait out this push. It's only half the match gone, but ASC Tenchi still has the foot in their side of the map, taking down that penalty and even holding it down. But this looks like a very strong left side of push coming for Gentlemates at the moment, able to find 3 of the 4 mates on ASC Tenchi and actually able to take back the zone and apply that small penalty once again. It's not going to be a lockout game that we're going to be seeing. It's going to be see who can play the long game here, who can flip the zone as much as they need to, and who get those picks as fast as they need to, because now those traits are coming in, and that's free down for Gentlemates and a wipeout.
That is a perfect falling into place wipeout. The star top of line for ASC Tenchi, and the once advantage that was there for Gentlemates has now swapped back into the favor of ASC Tenchi as they are close to getting rid of these penalty points already on the clock. And see this blaster under the ledge. We love to see it. This is what I was talking about before. These ledge camps are perfect for ASC Tenchi and keeping Gentlemates out as long as they can, but with these specials starting to become active, things might be changing around soon. But with these strikes coming in to intercept any specials, it is special mania.
Oh, that was perfect. Oh, that special was so perfect coming from the Slaughter of Gentlemates, covering the back zone, zoning them out. They had no options to either fall back or die to the strikes or go forward to try and get a pick. Like you said, strikes are so powerful in walling your enemies out if you know how to use it. Now let's see if Gentlemates can hold on to that pressure and utilize their lives as much as they need to, because that 21-point lead is going to be pretty rough to try and handle. But those strikes are going to come in. Are they going to be able to flip the zone? No!
The power of Junior clutch is, oh my god, and it came right into clutch. Again, Gentlemates doesn't have any penalty points to get through anymore, and all they really do have to do is hold. With this cooler coming out, this is perfect as their lead is rapidly approaching. ASC Tenchi has to do something just about now if they want to prevent the lead swap, but it's not going to happen with Gentlemates now swapping the lead and only 15 points left here on the clock to try and get this to a knockout, and they might just do so.
Oh, they might just do. We're gonna get a game free. We're gonna get a game free right here. We're gonna get a game free right here, like that, and just like that. Oh my goodness, Fufu.
Just like that. Oh my goodness. ASC Tenchi was just pushed right out of the space that they thought was theirs. Gentlemates just showing through and getting that last hold, allowing everything to just fall into place, bringing this, as you said, to a game 3, Lila.
That was so exciting to see. I am pretty sure what was happening in ASC Tenchi's mind in the last like 30 seconds there, it was just pure panic. They just had to get the zone, get the specials up as soon as they can, but misformation could happen under the pressure and the stress. It's just gonna happen. They're bringing ASC into a game 3 to see who can challenge Frutella, the #1 seed later on. But yeah, it was just a hecking long fight that both of these teams had to endure and just had to put up with.
For sure. And something I want to note along this match is that despite ASC Tenchi having a really nice lead throughout, it really was Gentlemates that had a lot of the turf advantage a lot of the time. A lot of the map was orange, but I think it was at the end where they really locked in and took full advantage of that, leading to that knockout by the end.
Definitely so, because like look at the replay here now. Here's that last dying moments of that push. Oh, never mind.
Instant replay has come for the cutoff of it.
You know, we get to. Oh, ASC Tenchi picked that. Ooh, I could go for some lunch right now, Fufu.
Me too. I'm so hungry right now. Our block was a little bit. We came in a little bit later than we expected, so I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And some ramen sounds real good. I would love to go to the
definitely.
store and get some ramen right now.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
I have
I'm
my
hungry.
cookbrush. Do you think I should put it on right now while we wait? I think.
Oh my god.
No,
Cooking stream?
Nah, not right now, not right now. We gotta match the commentate. We gotta look onto the big Robo Ramen before we do anything. And I solemnly believe that both of these teams have a very strong chance of taking either way. But looking at it, I don't know. It's a very big even match right now.
Yeah, it really can't go anyway, especially considering the scores. AC Tenchi had the first game practically on lock, but Gentlemates practically cracked it down by the second game. So it really is anyone's, and I don't have any biases or any quite predictions on who it might come out on top on this next game, especially just considering what we've seen so far.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't think they're gonna change much. They're just gonna be playing the same thing. Like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And and especially on Ramen, where a lot of the weapons are very validated. It's not like some maps where like a specific class is gonna get outclassed by the other. Every weapon type just kind of works here.
No, yeah, for sure. And like you said, I don't think we're going to see any changes here on Robo Ramen. We are taking a little bit of our weight here, just trying to see when these teams are ready. And that sounds almost backhanded, but these teams are just making sure they have their comps into place, making sure they're ready as this best of 3, because it really is whoever wins this is going on, and whoever doesn't is basically dropped out of the tournament. So I believe the pressure is on as the tiebreaker is commencing.
Game-free tiebreakers are always a greatness to go into, at least, before going into losers finals as well. And I believe that is a no comp change. Both of these teams are going to dial and lock in to make sure that they have the game plan in their heads ready to go, to know what they're doing and to get into this final game here. Let's go, Fufu.
Yeah, and as we see on the map here, the Pentas are already practically going for their coolers right off the start, trying to provide those opportunities for their teammates as the zone is multicolored, but eventually going to the first favor of ASC Tenchi. But ASC Tenchi is also being pushed back slightly by Gentlemates as we return back to neutral or not. That is Gentlemates having 1 down right now. 2, 3 down already. ASC Tenchi just took their opportunity and absolutely collapsed on them, Lila.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw off screen, but the range blaster had to sacrifice himself to jump off the map to get the pick on the junior, which was really funny.
Oh my god!
They went all out. They went all out. But like, nah, they're back already. They got cooler and they just dropped their wave breaker. This is how powerful cooler is. You still die, but you still come back with the special and stuff. But looking at it, ASC Tenchi has a good grasp on this hold, but the Zuka might have something to say about it, and the strikes are going to come in sooner than expected as well, coming from ASC Tenchi. No, coming from Gentlemates. Excuse me, but they still have the zone. What?
Yeah, no, it was an incredibly close tilt, but I mean, we're gonna see it eventually here. Seeing Gentlemates have this first control of the zone in the game, and this is perfect for them.
Sprinkler!
Sprinkler? Oh my god, there's a sprinkler
on the ramen. Sprinkle on the ramen. Yes. Oh, it's gone.
Jerry is gone. Our favorite Jerry sprinkler is gone. How sad.
Yeah.
We had a sprinkler moment, but there's
MVP.
cooler coming out.
That cooler is gonna provide ASC Tenchi. Actually, both of these teams have cooler as well, so both of these teams are just gonna brawl it out as soon as they can. Look, that's free dead. But they're all back already. That's cooler for you. There's no time for breaks. There's no time for gaps. You gotta get back into it right as soon as you need to. And that zone is gonna flip back for Gentlemates, is gonna apply that penalty and taking down further down to try and catch up to that 30 lead on Robo Ramen. And I would say 30 is a very scary spot. They have just enough time for ASC Tenchi to try and back push here.
Yeah, for sure. I believe it is around 15 seconds before they catch up to that lead right here. AC Tenchi does have to make moves to the zone relatively quickly. The shark of all time! Shark of the shark! Oh my god! They go unnoticed there. They eventually do get punished for it, but that was very interesting to watch on the side. But Gentlemates is just on the edge of a lead, and AC Tenchi is doing everything they can to try and prevent that. But these points are still counting down in the favor of Gentlemates, now lead swapping, which is perfect. The victory seems just about on the edge here, but AC Tenchi does still have another chance to try and get to the zone and try and flip it.
Yeah, try and flip it indeed, but the strikes are out of the question for ASC just now. The bucket went down. Although they do have the zone secured and applied the penalty, they now have to fight through an 11-point lead to be able to try and take it back. And just as expected as well, Gentlemates is already back on the front foot of things, unlike ASC right now, which is looking a little bit disarrayed, looking at just starting to regroup when Gentlemates already has that cooler and already contesting that zone immediately. Penalty points is looking rather the same, but they have a bigger lead here, Gentlemates. They have the upper advantage. They just have to play it slowly and just don't die.
For sure, for sure. I believe this pressure is on for sure, especially with Gentlemates still having control of the zone. Yep, still having control of the zone back here. We almost had a, wait, hold on, pause moment. But see the Zuka come out from Iowa, unfortunately not quite finding the pick they needed and going down. Gentlemates still having an advantage here despite a little bit more penalty points being applied here by ASC Tenchi. ASC Tenchi is finding themselves in a bit of a pickle here with the Slosher taking a nice shot and taking a pick on, this is Slosher v Slosher. This is friendly fire, but I like to call.
Oh, are they gonna find a fur? They're gonna find a fur! They found 3 in 1 flank. That was huge for Gentlemates, and that could be a delay wipe on the side of ASC Tenchi, is because it's just the range blaster that was holding them off. Strikes are gonna go in. That distraction was enough actually for ASC to be able to hold the zone with those strikes. That flank from the Slosher was just gorgeous. From the wall to the top, and then another wall killed. It's just beautiful. Slosher can do that sometimes.
Sloshers are sloshing for sure, but Gentlemates is pretty set on having control of the zone, not allowing AC Tenchi to get too much turf, or not letting them have anything on their way, especially with this Junior and the bubble. It is just turf central. This looks like a potential knockout with one of the members of AC Tenchi already going down. This is going to turn into a bloodshed, but the zone is still being held throughout all night.
Oh, they still have it though. Oh, I was so stressed. Because Gentlemates delayed their strikes by just a second, and it landed right when after ASC Tenchi strikes landed. So now they actually do have the back foot, but ASC Tenchi still managed to get the picks, still managed to get the space, and now going into overtime, it is for ASC Tenchi to try and get this last 25 points to get the lead here, Fufu.
For sure, and with 2 members of Gentlemates going down, 3 down, this is gonna.
The squid bag is
really
crazy.
They got bagged? That's insane. Gentlemates has to go now if they want the zone. And they going now. They are putting that bubble down. Is it gonna flip? Is it gonna flip?
It's the 1 point with the bubble. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Just the Junior going down was a detriment at the end. But ASC Tenchi holding it through. Those 3 down was just the opportunity they needed to just hold Gentlemates out. Finding that game 3 in their favor and moving on to losers finals.
You know, I thought it was done for when who was it? The shot on ASC Tenchi. When they got a free K with the Zuka shot. They just got maximum value out of it. But they had cooler. It really didn't matter. They still had their specials. They still had the quick respawn. And it just like it went from they went from missing all 3 of those shots there to hitting all 3 of those shots at the end, just redeemed themselves.
It was an exchange here, honestly. But this last match was so close. If anything, it really was down to the wire as we went into overtime, and just both these teams fought valiantly.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Words and
valiantly.
wording. Listen, we're here for Splatoon, not English. Let's go.
But yeah, no, it was just like a perfect flank. That range blaster got free on that bubble, actually. That was a good sharking position for them, and being able to hit those close range shots is something that you have to be able to do as a range blaster too. But it is going to be ASC Tenchi moving up into losers finals, and it is going to be a rematch against Frutella.
This is going to be very interesting, especially because they're going to be fighting for their place in finals here. So this is going to be an incredibly fun match, and it only gets better from here. But we are going to go on a little bit of a break, so don't be going anywhere because we're going to see you guys very soon. Hello. We are back from our little bit of a break here. We are back on Barticle and Dime. We are back on Barticle and Dime. Say hello, Lilo. Come say hello.
Hi, Barticle and Dime, pencil trauma.
Pencil trauma. Oh my god. The Chargers can never escape the pencil jail. Hello, we are back. We are following ASC Tenchi into losers finals versus Frutella. We are about to have the rematch of all time. So get yourselves prepared because it's gonna be really nice and real good back here.
Yeah, I believe Frutella. No, not Frutella. It was Korean ZF that was streamed. So we don't know how these two teams fared against each other. But we did see how Frutella played on stream just now.
They've actually played each other on the winners bracket. Frutella taking the game 3-1 against ASC Tenchi, but the teams had a little bit more time throughout the tournament to get warmed up and get going. So it really can't go any way as we are starting right off, not wasting any time here as they're starting off Barticle Time. Seeing a Stamper and a Rapid.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I forgot. Yeah. What was it again? Frutella has a sub and it's Pilu.
Interesting. And starting off with an amazing song here. We love to see No Quarters here on the set list on today's match. Both teams coming in real quick. Seeing these pencils, just of course going in for their coolers. And oh my god, I always love to know the rage
double
blaster.
crap on the side of Frutella.
Are you kidding me? Hold on.
We're back to Splatoon 2.0 comp. Oh.
Oh my goodness. And unfortunately, the Stamper going down here on Frutella. But it is going to be a little bit of a fight for the zone here. ASC Tenchi trying to make the attempts to try and get the zone. Fighting with the Charger. The Charger actually pulling out on top and taking the pick on the splash. That is, we love to see our Chargers fending for themselves. Just throwing hands back here. The zone now flipping in ASC Tenchi's flavor favor before it doesn't last too long with Frutella taking it right back.
Yeah, definitely. So what was that? That was a really delayed kill, but they still got it when they're on that inkjet. Okay, but that is gonna be the lockout, gonna be initiated from the side of Frutella. At the moment, they got cooler, they got specials ready. They're just gonna have to hold this out. They still have that crab on the dial, waiting for it too. Because looking at it, Frutella actually has a really strong holding specials right at the moment. But that one shot from Punch onto the Zuka. Oh, that was key to try and hold on to this. Frutella now is still holding on to their plat, but the strikes are coming in to try and push them out. Now having to force back into mid. How is Frutella gonna react to this?
Yeah, with AC Tenchi taking their Stamper out already, having that numbers advantage, and with the splash already pulling hands, taking 2, maybe even 3 if they can take this pencil out. This pencil trying to fight, taking 3. That is a triple from the splash, and that might just be enough to end the game here as they are leading on to a knockout. I believe that might just be it, and game. A swift knockout here from Frutella.
Yeah, Frutella is just showing that no matter how long they've been waiting in this bracket, they're still gonna hand out some beatings to a ASC here, even with a sub. They know what they're doing already, and then they already have such a powerful comp. Because let's just talk about it real quick. It's Pencil, Rapid, Splash, and then Stamper Nouveau. Do you understand how much mid-range chip they have right now?
And really, the only thing that's reaching or coming close on even then, ASC Tenchi does have their good bit of range, but it's Frutella that's just putting it to its maximum use, and I think we did see it here. I love seeing that Rapid, especially. Just the chipping potential on that, and just if you pair that with just a Stamper, it's...
Oh, we're back on Flounder zones.
Oh no. Oh, I need a walk. I need a walk.
I forgot. This is a counter pick against Frutella as well just now. I don't understand a thing about it. Can anyone remind me why? I heard it on stream just now for winners finals, but I don't understand why the Flounder Heights zones counter pick against Frutella is a thing. I want to know why.
I don't know.
You got your guesses, Fufu? Oh, they're already going back in already. Oh wow.
Are they going right forward already? Oh my god, they are. They mean business up here. Seeing the Tri-Slasher. Oh my god, I love Tri-Slasher.
Oh, Dynamo. Oh my god.
Two Tri-Slasher. They have double cooler. Not even a jetpack. Just straight up double cooler
Triple Tri-Slosher in a game?
What is happening?
I mean, it is Flounder. It is Flounder. I
mean,
guess.
I've seen all buckets on Flounder before do absolute numbers before, but this is insane here. But it's definitely working out in their favor as AC Tenchi is going to get that first cap of the game. But it's not going to take long for members of Frutella to already make their way back and start to retaliate. But again, it's Tenchi still having that hold relatively nicely here. But if
Andy on the Dynamo just now whacked 2 people off the walls when they were trying to come and trying to get him out. That zone penalty is applied, and now taking down from their side still has the number advantage too for the side of Frutella. That was a nice push coming from Andy. Oh my goodness.
Dynamo is fighting strong for sure. Seeing these Zukas come out. Unfortunately, that Range Buster taking the blunt of the blow, leaving another down here on ASC Tenchi. Mixing up my teams right now. Frutella still having these points counting down, and that Dynamo going down is going to take a lot of the zoning they had out, but it's nothing a Cooler can't pick with the members already starting to jump back in.
Yeah, Cooler can fix a lot of your problems, albeit dying problems as special problems or as speed problems. You got all of them solved out. But even with that Cooler, that's just not gonna work out for ASC Tenchi at the moment, because now they're still in a very peculiar spot with no way to go back in. That Cooler is getting set down and ready to push, but we're anticipating Andy Shark here. This Dynamo swings is gonna get one out. Are they gonna try and get a second or a third following in? But that's not gonna be it, because time is not on the side of ASC Tenchi, and that's gonna be a knockout for Frutella immediately once again.
I need to talk about that Dynamo jump scare. That Dynamo came by and just absolutely came for the kill. I saw that in slow motion. I need a playback.
Bro, Bro jaw dropped on the Dynamo.
It threw me off, but I think the Dynamo was a great help, especially on Founder here, using just its power to take any ledges. Just the spacing potential from that Dynamo was put to full use, and then oh my goodness. I would not want to be under that Dynamo's roller here, but Frutella just did an amazing job holding the lockout as they needed. Look at that Dynamo doing the Dynamo things. Of course, we'd love to see the support from the rest of their teammates as much as we keep an eye on our Dynamo here. But Frutella just excellent team play and just keeping that lockout stable, especially as we reach the final moments of this game.
Yeah. Do you think they might have had a miscommunication that someone was going on try and they wanted to go?
I want to say so, because a double Cooler try. I mean, they made do with what they had, and I can 100% respect it. Whether it was a mistake or not, I can respect the double slosher for the most part. And they definitely still did. They put up a bit of a fight, and I can, of course, respect that. As we move on to our next counter pick, we're going back for some ramen. Oh my god, I'm hungry again.
Yeah, more ramen. Goodness. Yum. I am hungry, Fufu.
Is this a Sonic Drowning theme, or am I tripping balls?
I don't know.
No.
I actually don't know.
No, I freaked out. I was like, why do I hear boss music?
No, why do I hear boss music?
Oh, it's Omori. Okay, the crowd
most likely Omori.
We have been informed by the council it's most likely Omori. Is it
The voices in our heads.
The voices in our heads, but the voices in our heads can only last so long as we are starting out match point here in the favor of Frutella.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they're gonna cook up. That's the heavy edit machine zap. Double Cooler once again for ASC. No, actually, it is Frutella that's running. No, it's Frutella that's running Cooler. ASC Tenchi is running the pencil Cooler this time around.
Huh, this is interesting. See, I don't know if they're going for straight up diving, because the most aggro they have. Okay, no, Splash is technically aggro as well, but that is an amazing. This is bloodshed all around. There is 2 down on each team right now. Oh my goodness, but it's gonna be. It is Frutella with that first. Oh my god, words with that
Stone
first
capture.
Thank you. I was in shock.
Yeah, but the slosher gameplay on the bottom left area is gonna try and see who's victorious. Oh, it's Pilu with the machine Neo and is able to as well, but it is going to get pincered out by the strikes, the Wavebreaker and the shot, trading each other out with that much resources. But ASC still has the upper hand with the numbers and the zones advantage at the neutralizing, but it is lucky with the pick and able to secure that zone for their team at the moment, still taking down that points from 60 at the moment. Frutella is looking into a very, very big, what is it called, snowball moment at the moment. They're staggering a little bit here.
Yeah, for sure. AC Tenchi is keeping them out, even down to pinstering down this this heavy edit here. Frutella is in a little bit of a pickle, especially considering how far back they were into their base. But seeing this crab come out, this is now their opportunity to try and retake the zone. But these strikes are going to say no, despite the efforts of the crab. Frutella does have to make some moves soon, even if they have 2 down, because this is looking in the favor of a knockout for ASC Tenchi. They are taking this back, and that just might be with 5 ticks left on the clock. We are looking at it, and that is game. ASC Tenchi defying all odds and pushing this game even further. We're going to game 4, baby.
Game 4 dominantly 100-0ing them with... See? That doesn't happen. You got dominated in the last 2 games, and you tell me that you dominated it back immediately?
They activated their last ditch effort, and that is amazing. They had a really solid hold on that knockout from when the crab came out to just using the strikes to just prevent. This was later on in the game. This is obviously the beginning of the game match here, as we're seeing up front. But later in the game, when seeing the crab come out and just using those strikes to try to prevent anything from happening on the zone, just keeping it held, was amazing there from ASC Tenchi. And really, they just snowballed on Frutella, defying all odds really from what we've seen on the other games, and taking it to a straight knockout, only allowing Frutella to get to 80 points. Amazing.
Yeah, definitely. It is amazing to see them out, and we're going right now. Will this be the same story as ASC being able to dominantly get a game, or is it just going to be the same story of Frutella free-winning ASC Tenchi from winners semifinals just now?
Considering what we saw last game, anything is possible. But then again, Frutella did deviate from their original comp, if I am not mistaken here.
Yeah.
So there's a chance they might return back to what they had to the games that won them the last 2 sets, unless they still want to play a little bit risky, or they want to attempt to steal us in the steal the can. But regardless, AC Tenchi now has a little bit more minutes to go off as this round is going to get started up here.
Definitely, we're gonna see back the introduction of the Stamper Nouveau, sticking with the heavy edit and the swap back to the shot for Crowny at the moment. Frutella may have realized double cooler could not have been the thing to do, but Azuka still is the thing that could get you a win game at some. And that is already a big push coming from Frutella, getting down at the moment, and just having to avoid Auluzuka from the side there. Unfortunately, Andy is gonna get caught astray with the pincer pencil as well, but moment will tell if Frutella can hold on to this push right now, Fufu.
AC Tenchi is already coming back with such a force, already trying to meet Frutella back at the zone, contesting it of all things, and capping it all on top of that too. They are taking 2 down off of Frutella and make that 3 and possibly 4 unless they get caught. Ooh, the heavy pulling and amazing defense there, and taking 2 out as they try to approach. You can only approach the backline so much here. Frutella already making their way back, trying to get their specials active, but that lead swap is going to go into the favor of ASC Tenchi as we are getting a minute into the match. Whoa. That was the ooh!
Yeah!
They're coming back with force! AC Tenchi's coming back throwing hands!
I was about to say, you can't really get close to the heavy edit, because if you do, you're just gonna get obliterated. But Frutella is already on the front hand of all things and already pushing back, already contesting the zone and getting 2 picks down. Even with the cooler down, they're gonna try and get the zone as fast as they can. Yes, they do, applying 47 penalty points and getting into it. Now, with this trades going on, not in favor of ASC Tenchi right now, Frutella is looking to try and secure the zone just a little bit longer, and there it is. They are able to hold on and just keep applying those penalty points.
Right now, seeing this crab come out on top of that from punch here, just trying to, unfortunately, not quite finding the pressure, the spectators attacking to run a couple people over, but it seems that it's gonna get a direct. Whoa, that was a mini set of bloodshed there. Frutella now having a really nice cap on the zone, but ASC Tenchi is coming back to try and take that away from them, despite some of their members going down. Frutella's toss to recap the zone. There it is, as these points are rapidly approaching to the lead, and they seem to have a lot of orange on the ground right now, and that is, of course, a lead swap right here, right now for Frutella. ASC Tenchi now is approaching one of their last chances to try and get this zone as the points continue to tick down in the favor of Frutella. They are rapidly approaching their way to 0. AC Tenchi does have their cooler now, so, you know, anything could happen right now, and they could be flipping the zone soon if things go in their favor.
7, 6. They have to neutralize it. They do neutralize it, but they don't have the numbers to back it up. That is going to be Frutella free-1ing ASC Tenchi once again.
And ASC Tenchi had a lovely hold throughout the games, but it's going to be Frutella that holds it to the end, forcing this into a knockout and moving on to finals.
Yeah, moving back on to finals to rematch Korean Zenith once again. But great props to ASC Tenchi for putting up such a big fight once again. They almost had it. If the lockout and the numbers advantage were still in play at the moment, then they could have had that a little bit longer. But I think it was just a miscoordination at one point that lost him the game. But regardless, Tella is going to move on into that final grand finals.
Yeah, but just props to both of these teams. Incredibly strong, if anything. Both of them just doing what they do most with their comps, and you can't undermine either of them. But as you said, Frutella is moving back up in the brackets, meeting the players that took them down to begin with, Korean Zenith. So don't be going anywhere, because this is gonna be getting good soon. This is gonna be getting real good back here.
Yeah, real spicy. So get your snacks, get your water, calm yourself down, and get ready for the grand finals.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!
Grand final times, baby! I am joined by, again, the lovely Fufu here, and we have Korean Zenith and Frutella once again coming from winners finals to fight each other. Oh my goodness, Fufu.
I'm so excited here. We just saw Frutella during our last set right here, moving back up to face the people that took them out in the first place. And as we see on the bracket, this was an incredibly close set, seeing the 2-3. So I'm expecting a tight game as we're waiting up here. I believe it is Hagglefish zones that we are opening up with, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we're about to have the turf war of all time back here.
Yeah. I remember that one time someone sent me a screenshot of a Splash player who went 0-1-12 with Splash Neo went 0-1-12, and then they painted at least 2600 paint.
I've seen 2700 paint at one point. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the effect of Haggle Zones, if you ask me. Haggle Zones if you think you're playing Turf 4, you're going to be playing Turf 4 times 10 here. It is going to be a fight for the zone, unless you can get a really good knockout here. Those that know the game, I'm assuming we all play the game back here.
Yeah, definitely. But like, I think like at the moment now, Hagglefish both has a famous and infamous reputation. You know, it's a necessary evil, but like it's also something that most people would enjoy. You know,
Haggle's still like a pretty staple map, or so, maybe I'm stuck in the early metas, but I absolutely. Well, as another backline player, I'm pretty heavily biased towards towards Hagglefish a little bit, because it is pretty convenient for those on the backlines, on the supporting cast back here. But I'm excited. I'm really excited that we're seeing both of these teams getting ready right now. Just getting their little comp set up, you know, stretching, warming up, getting ready to go.
Getting ready to go indeed, because like we've seen before, both of these teams just are gonna duke it out as much as they need to. And we're definitely gonna see a pencil. That's all I remember. And they're definitely going to be, we're definitely going to see that as the main thing. And we're also gonna see like maybe strikes, most likely some strikes, and then maybe on top of that, some like Zuka special. That's also a must, I think. But regardless, we're jumping in right now. Let's go see what both of these teams are going to cook up for us.
For sure. I'm very excited to see what they're going to cook up here. We are seeing that Stamper and Heavy Edit make its return here. Seeing a lovely Stamper.
Oh!
We're looking at a time capsule.
Wait, there is no... Yeah, on the time capsule on the side of... is it Zenith? That is Korean Zenith, right?
I believe so. If I'm
yeah,
not
that is.
Korean
That is Korean Zenith. But more importantly, there is no pencil. The world is safe. The world is healing.
The world is healing, but we are seeing a lovely Heavy Edit spotlight, which I love to see here. But Frutella's going to get that first cap of the game here, taking these points down all the way to 80 on the way. Oh my god, that Zuko was a jump scare of all time, almost taking a target off of the blue here. Seeing these curling bombs and everything make their way towards Korean Zenith here. Frutella having a nice hold so far, still having these points tick down here. Korean Zenith now making their way into mid, but with one of their members down, they're gonna get collapsed upon here by Frutella. Frutella having once again an incredible hold, and so Crowny taking an incredible shot and taking another hit. This is looking rough here for Korean Zenith right now.
Definitely. They have one special, two specials ready to go, and they do come in now. But are they going to be able to hold that down? No, the shots are going to come in through. The crab is going to come in to neutralize. Oh!
That was
they just flipped that zone. Yeah, nobody was there to contest it. I
think it was the crab that put a lot of the paint on it for it, and honestly that was perfect because I think it scattered Frutella just enough to leave 3 down on them. This is a perfect opportunity for Korean Zenith to take their footing back and, you know, get the ball rolling here. With these points moving out of the way, they are down to 60 already off the bat. And an incredible
Oh my goodness. Alex and the Stamper, I forgot who it is. Let's see. It's Yaru. Yeah, Yaru and Alex there with the pincer just now was perfect. Each other just cleaned up the fights that they started, and now they got free down. But enough of that, because there's now into the breaking point of the lead flip. Yori's gonna come in with the Zipcaster to try and shut down that crab. As they do, lead flip is gonna be for the side of Korean Zenith, and the zone is neutralized, but the desperate efforts of Frutella is not gonna be coming into fruition as Alex is stopping the push, leaving Pilu alone here to try and hold this push. And it's gonna be game 1 for Korean Zenith.
They turned that right around on Frutella, just giving them a bit of the taste of their own medicine, taking that hold to a knockout. That was incredible.
Yeah, it really is very incredible. Oh my goodness. That zip, that pincer from Alex and Yoru was just perfect.
It was huge. Those 3 down were just perfect. The second they were able to get a really good upper hand on Frutella, like just getting most, if not all of their teammates down, they said, all right, let's get this party started, and took it home, not allowing them to get a single other cap the rest of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Like that last ditch effort coming from Frutella here just wasn't set up properly, I believe, and Korean Zenith had got their specials out as well, being able to hold to it as much as they need to. But it is the counter pick for Frutella, and we're going to oh
no,
compact
God. Zones.
S2.
I got my favorite Humpback. This is definitely a playground of all time here on Humpback, but I think their comps will be okay, considering, they're not running Chargers right now, and Slatlings are definitely coming into fruition, especially for ASC Tenchi, and Korean Zenith isn't running a backline, if I recall correctly. I'm like putting a roster in my head. So Humpback works for both teams, even, you can say. So but it is one of those maps where you never have your foot properly, you never have your 2 feet flat on the floor, and I think that's what makes this map just dangerous yet fun.
Yeah, definitely. It is going to be a big pile of paint that just is going to go to there and mad, and then strikes that's gonna cut in. But, let's see if they're gonna pull it out of their hands at the moment. Dynamo!
And Dynamo are making their return! I am cheering back here. And we're seeing a junior! Oh my god, I love seeing juniors out on the field. Again, Tri-Soldiers from both sides. Seeing that Dynamo return that we love so much there. Remember your Flounder Zones game. I do not forget. But Alex making that actually being the first person to make it to the zone and be forced to push back just a little bit here. But that Earthing Crab taking a nice pick punch, taking every advantage here with the crab. Taking 2, actually. This is a perfect opportunity for Frutella, a perfect opening, and just what they need. That eventually is 3 down here. Frutella having this perfect first grasp on the zone and the field.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that crab from Punch just now at the start was perfect, and this is just looking like another time you said, Fufu, because it's just very old, very vanilla weapons aside from Tri-Slosher, and even then Tri-Slosher was added very early for free at least. So this is just looking like a very, very traditional way of playing Splatoon. And it's just proving that, sometimes you don't need to have new things to try out sometimes, and stick to the good old stuff. And even then, Andy is just throwing hands at that flank that's gonna come in. They're gonna see if they're gonna be able to try and get that situated, as they do find 1 and 2 that are out, but that zone is gonna be able to flip back for Korean Zenith.
For sure. Meta is convenience, but skill is something that can take you a long way here, and that's what we see here on the field today. Korean Zenith now having this cap on the zone here, taking every opportunity to try and keep the zone right now, try and prevent Frutella from making any further moves, but with Frutella putting those penalty points down, but they are being collapsed upon as we speak. Despite the efforts, they are forced to jump out and retreat here.
Yeah, although they did apply that penalty for a little bit, that bought them just small amounts of time to be able to try and start this push once again. But 2 down for the side of Frutella, and the trade onto Korean Zenith's Stamper is going to prove a very hardy time for Frutella at the moment to try and keep this up, because now those penalty points are gone and Korean Zenith is going to take closer and closer into that lead flip situation. Those specials are dialed up, those crabs are ready, the Zuka is ready to counter the crab and pick off them as well. Lead flip successfully done by Korean Zenith.
Korean Zenith has an incredibly nice hold right now, especially with most of the turf control being their favorite, and a perfect bomb kill. Whoa! But it's going to be flipped around here by Andy, just taking another pick here. This zone is now flipping once again in Frutella's favor with 3 down on Korean Zenith right now. Frutella now has his opportunity laid out in front of them to provide even more pressure onto Korean Zenith. These points, these penalty points got to go one way or another, and they got to get this zone held.
Yep, indeed. Even though now Frutella has that penalty and on the... Oh, never mind, they don't have the penalty.
The fastest turnaround of the century here as the zone flips against once more. It might just flip again. Are we going to see it, though? No.
No, as Stamper is just... Pilu was trying to... Not Pilu. Everyone on the Stamper just now was just trying to distract as long as they can, but it isn't going to work out as much as they need to. Frutella still holding onto that zone and getting those picks. Pilu and Andy with the Dynamo is able to find the Stamper and the shot, but now it is neutral in the side of Frutella, but they're still holding on to it just a little bit. They have the paint advantage, they have the special advantage as well. The cooler is down for the side of Frutella, and that pushback from Korean Zenith might be a little late here if they're not going to be able to find those numbers as they do go 2 down. It is going to be no penalty for the side of Frutella. They might be able to lead flip here
For sure. And with that Dynamo still alive, those ledges are not going to be anything near safe here. As it's going to turn into a bloodshed, a fight, and the lead now slips in the favor of Frutella right now. That is 3 down on Korean Zenith. This is looking like a knockout here for Frutella. 3, 2, 1, game! That is game for Frutella, holding it through to the end, knocking this out, evening the score once more.
1-1 into this. ASC Tenshi is... Ooh, hold on. Oh, I had to catch my breath there. Ooh, I was just holding my breath the whole time. ASC was keeping us on our toes. Frutella was keeping us on our toes, and now evening it up. They're gonna go into game 3 to see who could take that second game onto their points. But right now, it just seems like Korean Zenith had the red on Frutella, but then just lost formation, and Frutella just able to capture that as soon as they can.
It's hard to make mistakes, especially on a map like this where practically anything is punishable. And again, Frutella, I keep talking about this Dynamo, but that Dynamo was incredibly critical, especially with the Tri-Slosher on their team as well, to just prevent any ledges from being used there, especially these small rounds in the middle here. It's just the Dynamo was able to capitalize perfectly off of that, and we did see it at some points. And once again, seeing that Dynamo on the screen, and I think that was another great contester there as they finished off this game, and we love to see it out here on the field.
Definitely. I love to see that Dynamo in action. We've seen it on stream so many times from Andy already, and it's just been... Oh.
We're back.
Why?
Oh, God.
Why? I still don't get it. Why would you counterpick a Frutella on Flounder zones? I really don't get it.
We're going back to Dynamo Central. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're about to have another playground for Dynamo. And both Buckets and Dynamo. And honestly, it depends the speed Korean Zenith wants to play at, because they might be able to overwhelm the Dynamo if they really feel silly with it. But it really can go any way regardless. But I think here, because they definitely dominated that, and we don't even have time to discuss it too much because we're going to go right into it, seeing this match is just about starting up here.
Yeah, it's starting up immensely as well, and I think, bear in mind too, the sub in Frutella's side, and as well as Zenith side's change of players as well, is going to bring a different pace on how they're going to handle these games. As we see now, the 3 shooters and Stamper on the Korean Zenith is stick around, but on the side of Korean Zenith, there's going to be no change.
For sure, they are stuck on the don't change it if it ain't, don't fix it if it ain't broke, and we love to live by that. But Frutella already having 2 down, Korean Zenith now having a perfect opportunity to take a lot of space. The Dynamo not willing to go down without taking someone with them, and the fight is not done in mid because there's not one zone. It's only one zone that has full marks right now.
Ooh, but it is still being contested in neutral, like you said, but those takes are coming down on the side of Korean Zenith. Fortella is going to be able to take advantage of that and able to capture the zone and start taking those points down in favor for them. Starting this setup to lock them out on Flounder Heights. Frutella already has that upper hand and the extra ledge to work with as well, seeing as that they have 2 AoE or ledge options. Korean Zenith only has the Stamper Ring.
Yeah, for sure. And that Stamper actually taking someone out with them. It is 2 down on Frutella right now with that Dynamo out as well. Though, but the Tri-Slasher just collapsing, taking 3! That is, they took 3 off Korean Zenith, but Zen already chipping their way in. Is going to come back and just try to hold the space here. Frutella, that was an amazing 3 down, but both teams already finding the time to make their way back in and seeing these Zukas trying to come and take picks, seeing this crowd. This is immense pressure here from Korean Zenith, just doing everything they can and getting that zone cap, their first zone cap of the game here. And with 2 down on Frutella, they're going to be forced into a defensive position. But the Tri-Slasher from the back, the Tri-Slasher from the back, huge!
On the wall, striking, just going like Assassin's Creed, killing the shot and getting the pick onto them. But they're going to have to try and find this zone if they want to not hold on to this lead, but it's going to go over by 1 point. But they do have the numbers advantage by 2, by 3 now. It's just left of Alex on the court to try and jump out as they do safely do so. Flipping back for the side of Frutella to try and take down these points as quick as they can to get that lead. And now Korean Zenith has to start setting up this push, setting up these picks as the Stamper is going to try and come in.
Yeah, we're looking to a very close lead swap and seeing it. So we are seeing the trades of all time, but Frutella here going 3 down. Once again, the opportunity has arrived for Korean Zenith, seeing the zone cap back in their favor. It is back and forth here. We're playing a little bit of ping pong over here in Splatoon, seeing the offensive and defensive positions move left and right. But then an amazing pick here from Punch and seeing this crowd on top of that, taking 2.
Oh my
Ooh, are they going to try to make it 3? Is that going to be 3? That's the question. No, but they are the last person standing on Frutella, forced to, unfortunately, go back to spawn here. Frutella once again is still in this defensive position. Korean Zenith having an incredible hold here, forcing Frutella back.
Definitely. And might I point out as well, I forgot to look at it, but Frutella has double cooler at this point. That's probably why they have been able to go in so consistently without any delays at the moment. But that is going to be proving to be a little bit hard, as now Korean Zenith has that point down to a critical position. If they don't stop it now like they did, they're going to be able to knock them out. But that's not going to be it. 2 down for the side of Korean Zenith is going to be giving Frutella a little bit of a breathing space. But Andy with the Dynamo just crushes them and able to apply that penalty. 55 on the side of Korean Zenith there.
That is practically a delayed wipe, but the last member of Korean Zenith being forced to jump out. Frutella having a perfect set of advantage, forcing Korean Zenith into defensive position, but only for so long here. Korean Zenith is already applying a little bit more pressure, getting their specials up and on the way. And with that Zipcaster just about ready, I believe we're going to be seeing that soon, hopefully here. And of course, that Dynamo just making way, preventing them from trying to get any closer here. And I think one of their best entries is going to be getting rid of that Dynamo here and reaching. We are counting down here on these ping points here, and that looks like it's going to be a lead swap.
There's that lead swap, like he said, but there was only 10 points left on the clock. 2 members on the side of Frutella is down, but they did jump back immediately, and that might just be a knockout here if they're able to hold this, and they do!
Frutella having to seal the game there if they didn't want Korean Zenji to get a chance to come back from that, and doing so, they did. That is 2 now in their favor as they are reaching that match point here. A very nice game here from Frutella.
Yeah, definitely. And that means they're already 2-1 up into the match point. And if they win this next game, they're going to bring it into a bracket reset.
Ooh, that is very true. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Another bracket reset. Oh my god, but again, both of these teams are strong. I don't believe Korean Zenith is gonna, take this without a fight. And I think, again, I just, the ledge camps from both the Tri-Slasher and the Dynamo, and just, oh my god, the pressure from the Crabs. Just all around, Frutella was just able to use her teamwork at some point to just get that hold in and out of the way. Again, it was just a collection of everything, and that put that knockout into place.
Yeah, definitely. But that Dynamo, I'd still just looking at it, they're putting in so much work at getting those long range picks, getting those high ledge picks. It is very satisfying to see something a little rated is putting in so much work recently as well.
For sure. And they are putting it to work. And like I said, I love to see it because it really just proves it doesn't matter the weapon you play. If you can make it work with a good amount of teamwork and just team play in general, it takes skill as well. It works, and we are seeing that with Frutella's here, with Frutella's Dynamo here. And but looking at the maps here, Mako zones, baby. Let's go.
Ooh, don't do
Let's
that.
go.
Ooh, Mako zones. There's nothing to say about this map. We've said enough. Everyone has said enough, you know?
We all are familiar with the game that Mako Zones plays for us, and it never gets old. I don't think I can ever. Mako Zones is never gonna get old for me, and that's why I always love seeing it. It really is the ultimate test of your team play and your skill work here, and that's what's gonna make this an incredibly fun round to watch here.
It ain't broke, don't fix it as well for both of these teams, Fufu.
Yeah, we're not seeing any comp changes as far as I'm aware. I'm still seeing that cooler on each side and just
What happened?
I'm excited! Very excited. My mic cutting me out.
Yeah, me too, because this is the breaker set. I mean, not the tiebreaker, the match point for Frutella here, and like we said, but it is lead for Korean Zenith at the moment, getting those 2 picks on the left there. On the Korean Zenith, and now Frutella on the back foot is going to be able to get the back cap, and Zipcaster saving their lives in a very big pinch moment that is just all by themselves at the moment. They did find one, but are they going to be able to find a second before they get spawn camped here? No, they aren't, and that's 2 down outside of Frutella, but it is going to be 82 to 83. Oh my goodness.
It was enough distraction game there from the Stamper, just enough time to let Korean Zen get another hold of the zone. Those penalty points are now once again out of the way, having a lot of the turf on the field. It's actually more of a collection now. It was more pink just a second ago, but seeing this amazing crab come out here from Punch, just are they gonna catch it? There's no way they catch that. Almost, just almost.
It was just like trying to get that bug that you always seen on the wall, and you just try to swat it, but it crawls out by an inch every single time you try to swat it. But regardless, we're gonna see Korean Zenith hold on to that lead, and no penalty points apply at the moment. Separate fights are happening all over the place. Andy is trying to get rid of the Stamper, but the Stamper is gonna be able to counter that with the 1 shot immediately. Getting the 2 hits as well. Yoru is going to try and back out now with the zone in favor for Frutella, actually. I didn't even notice that. They got the back cap really quickly there.
For sure. Frutella, unfortunately, was 3 down just a split second ago. There's a lot of bloodshed from both of these teams, so a lot of back and forth. But once again, it is Korean Zen with the highest point takedown right now at 37, and with another hold of the zone, these penalty points are taking their way down. Frutella does have to make some moves soon, especially because once those penalty points are out of the way, they're going to be in a lot more of a pickle than they are now. But dang, the Zuka come out. This is Zuka for Zuka kill.
It's like, you artillery us, we're gonna artillery you back immediately. It's just a way of war, baby. But now Frutella is gonna be able to cap that zone once again, applying penalty, but it's not a lot of penalty on the side of Korean Zenith here. Points to work off of as well, but Frutella is gonna now try and start taking that lead down with 3 down on the side of Korean Zenith. They can start setting up a pretty good defense here for Frutella if they're able to, getting their Crab and Zuka as soon as they need to, but that Zuka does come out really early. Are they gonna be able to get the pick before it runs out? No, it is going to be valued, as now Mario is going to pop out that crap to try and paint over the zone as fast as they can. Lead flip is going to happen here soon. Fufu.
It could happen unless they make waves to try, but that lead flip does happen anyways, and with 3 down Korean Zenith, Frutella is looking at a very lovely advantage here with most of this paint already being blue. They made an amazing choice when they first got the zone to paint up everything instead of aggroing right ahead of time, but with the point that it's gonna flip, that's gonna flip, right at 6, the turns have tabled, the tides have turned. Oh my
tables
goodness.
have turned to tables. It is going to be Korean Zenith holding on to their last breath here with 1 minute 30 minutes, 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock here. They're going to have to pull out everything that they know, Korean Zenith, to be able to hold on to this, because now it is going to try and get some picks here with the Stamper and the Zipcaster, and Mario just trying to hold on their crap as long as they need to pop it at a perfect spot to try and wait out a little bit longer here. 15 points left on the board here, Fufu. This is going close into a flip territory, and it does.
Oh, it does flip, but oh my goodness, Frutella has to go through a whopping 60 penalty points if they want to take this lead. It really is. They will need 2 ticks after those penalty points are out of the way if they want to win this game. And with only a minute left, it's going to be tight. If anything, Korean Zenith having no specials 2 specials active now, they turn that right around here. I'm assuming they're going to go straight for an offense in right here, and Frutella being forced to defend against that. Of course, they have their own specials, so really anything goes here, and whether the zone is going to flip in 2 seconds or who's going to come out with the zone after this fight, it might just be Pharrell considering the 2 down on Korean Zenith that just happened.
Oh! That might just be a zone flip, maybe. Yes, it is Frutella able to get that zone flip and able to take down that lead from a 2 and a 1 and a 0.
Dude!
Bringing into a 3-1 reverse sweep into the true grand finals.
We are going to another best of 5. Frutella taking this set. The next one, and we're going to the grand finals, baby. We're going on that bracket reset. Oh, y'all better get snacks now. Now it's a good time to get snacks. Oh my god.
It's been a while since we got a bracket reset coming in this strong from Frutella. Oh my goodness.
Frutella's not going down without a fight. Just, they went down to Korean Zenith during winner's bracket, and it just came back. I think another thing is they've been playing throughout the tournament. They made their way through losers bracket, so they have a little more time on the game. A little more time gaming, I would say, right now than Korean Zenith. And I think that also plays a little bit of a part into it, as they're a little bit on the warm-up side instead of on the weight. So, I mean, even then, they pulled through, and again, bracket reset.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Whew. We're gonna start on museum zones. Oh my god.
Museum zones?
Yeah. Like, I might jinx it here, Fufu, but I'm glad we haven't seen a single pencil.
Wait, a single what?
We haven't seen a single pencil in a while.
Don't jinx it. This is I honestly, no, I don't think we're gonna see a pencil. I think we might continue to see the comps that we've been seeing here, and I don't really have words. I'm just ready to jump into it. I really just want to see how these teams are going to duke it out, especially because this is quite literally the last strand. It's whichever team wins this is taking home the crown tonight.
You gotta give faith for both of these teams that they're both gonna win. Frutella with their Dynamo, and with their Stamper, and then just like the other supports that's gonna come in, they're just playing to their hearts out at the moment. And this Triton-Cup has been one stacked, and we're gonna see just how close both of these teams are gonna get.
Oh, this is so exciting! I am off the walls right now with I'm just ready to get into it. It's just like
Heavy-headed Tri-Slosher, the double cooler combo, and the same comp coming from Zenith here, no changes. So, grand finals reset here, let's get going.
Let's get it going. Of course, Museum, my favorite open map of all time. This is my E-Leader Pookie map. We love to see it. But already, we are seeing a flame from the Stamper going quickly punished here. That is already 2 down on Korean Zenith. Frutella having an amazing opening, having that first cap of the zone, and 2 down on Korean Zenith. They are making waves right off the start, and seeing this crowd already on top of that, adding the extra pressure. Frutella is crushing Korean Zenith under the weight of their pressure, and it keeps going!
It's Pilu with the free kills on the right side there. Tri-Slosher gameplay, getting those kills, getting those picks, and getting the cooler down for their team as well. Letting the heavy-headed hold on to theirs for just a little bit longer to cycle it perfectly when they get to do it. As now, Korean Zenith is on the back foot to try and push up to this as much as they need to. Andy getting that follow-up with the pick is going to allow their team to go together and get that cooler down as well. This is looking very grim for Korean Zenith. Never mind, they just got 2 picks down on the side of Frutella at the moment.
And they are going to prioritize that zone just a little bit here over that final pick on, well, I mean, they still get it anyway, having a nice hold, having their first cap of the zone of the game right here, right now. And this is, this is their opportunity to come back and start making hands, making their first waves into the plat of Frutella, but they do have to come down to 27. Rapello coming in, throwing hands already right off the bat. Just straight up Tri-Slosher, out we go. But Korean Zenith is still making their way onto, well, not anymore. I think they've been driven off the plat of Frutella here. Frutella is now quickly retaliating, trying to stop Korean Zenith in their path, but they are still going at it, having the zone.
Oh, but Korean Zenith's Zap just died barely before they had their cooler up. And this is going to be putting Korean Zenith in a pinch as Rutella is charging in with that double cooler and Mario is forced to shark out and wait. And now they're going to get into that fight and trying to get that pick. Hold it out. They're going to have to jump out forcefully though. They did take the lead by 1 point, didn't they? No, they almost, they almost got the lead, but they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, just about right off the edge. That puts a little more pressure here on Frutella, especially considering how long these holds can be. But now I feel like we're going to be seeing a little bit more back and forth as we are like pretty far into our point countdowns and these penalty points. You know, sometimes opting to put penalty points on the other team instead. But Frutella, speaking of penalty points, knockout!
Ooh.
This is perfect with 20 ticks left on the clock. All they really do have to do is catch Korean Zenith just a little bit longer here. Practically 5 seconds of holding them out, and that knockout will be theirs. Oh, look at 2 out! That was incredible! Double picks here. This is a fight, another fight in mid with the payload coming out victorious on that, allowing members of Frutella to make their way back in and get control of that zone once more.
Goodness.
That is going to be a knockout.
Oh. Yoru's efforts was in vain. Pilu just cleaned it up in mid while he
Pilu taking out that zap was just, it fell right into place. And, you know, that was a close to opposite cap. And that, oh my god, Frutella just came in throwing hands from the start. I mean, we saw the retaliation from Korean Zenith, but just Frutella holding it down to the bitter end and having that knockout. I'm off the walls, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. This is crazy going into Frutella has a lot of momentum behind now, charging into this, and seeing as how they've been able to clean up these fights successfully and just trying to get them in, especially get the tri-slosher, get those for you, it is going to be very, very hard for Korean Zenith at the moment to try and build that momentum. And I wonder how they're going to be changing it up because they've been playing the same comp the last 6 games now.
This is definitely a game of adaptation, and I think Frutella has now adapted to the way that Korean Zenith has been playing. And, you know, we've been seeing that, especially the last 2 games we've seen them take, especially towards, you know, I feel like they activate their last Jeffer when things start to get a little bit crazy. But we are taking a switch here, seeing the first Umami here, from our block at least.
Yeah, definitely. Oh.
Okay, we have been informed by the council that this is the first time we are seeing Umami on stream here. So,
the double zone continues off of Flounder's Heights.
I really want to know what Korean Zenith is thinking about, because I know they don't want to do Flounder Heights anymore. Maybe they tried it 2 times and it didn't work. So maybe Umami Zones is a different counter?
Possibly. I mean, it's hard to tell what they could be thinking here, especially with just the sheer power that Frutella is showing through. It really is. This zone can be held, it can just be stopped at any point, especially with the 2 zones. You have to have control of at least one side of all time if you want the efforts of getting back in or just holding in general, but not seeing any comp changes here from either team once more.
Once again, no comp changes is going to be very interesting to see, because, oh my god, double zones here is going to take a lot of effort for these teams to try and clean it up. But Yoru on the left there is already trying to advance with their team, and that special is on the side of Frutella, is going to come out first before anyone could. That desperate attempt on the Stamper is not going to work out very well, and it's going to...
Oh. The Discord cutoff of all time here, unfortunately. But again, Frutella having the zone caps here right off the bat and forcing that Stamper out of commission here for a second. Seeing these crabs from Mario, just everything Korean Zenith is trying to do to try and, you know, get out of this lockout, seeing that contest for the first time. But actually, they did get a good pick here on the heavy edit.
Yeah, definitely so. And free downers at a Korean Zenith means that Frutella is just going to be able to keep going at the moment. And remind you once again, Frutella has that double cooler in their advantage. And look at that, they already have a cooler. Even if they're not the ones with the loser's penalty at the moment, it just cycles down so perfectly. And they do get the pick on the Zipcaster too. This just looks like a very dominant push for Frutella if they're going to be able to hold on to this. As Pilu does go down, but they do have that cooler buff to let them just come back in immediately. Jumping in already. Look, they already have the numbers advantage. Back up and running. 2 down for the other Koreans, and if they just have to hold on to the zone, and they're going to be able to win this. But it is Yoru on the left side going to cause chaos back down to a 1v1 here with Pilu getting that down on the jump. Are they going to be able to find Yoru? Are they going to be able to hold out just long enough? They're going to get one, but the zone is not going to hold.
It was Pilu against the world there for a second, and Pilu was holding off strong for a second here, but it is going to be Korean Zenith that gets his tap back here, and it's now their turn to have the hold on the zone. Again, they are starting off with absolutely no penalty points, so really, depending how strong the lockout here, they can get as many points as they allow themselves to, but we have 2 down on each side right now here, and it really is down. Who's gonna get a little more on the field right now?
Looking like Frutella is going to be having less on the field at the moment because Norian Zenith has the paint advantage and has that pick advantage, but they did just go down one of them. Although still having that zone, the trades are coming in not in favor of Korean Zenith at the moment. Mario's going to try and hold on as long as they can with that crab tank, but they do find a pick. Are they going to be able to hold back just a little bit longer? Yes, they do. The team is regrouped and ready to go here for Korean Zenith, and they're going to be able to try and charge in, get 1 pick, get 2 pick from Alex. Are they going to get that third here? They do find a are going to find a 4th. It is going to be a wipeout for the side of Frutella. Just a little bit late, actually. That's a delay wipe.
They are looking at, once again, at knockout territory right now, Korean Zenith. That regroup was perfect, textbook perfect here. Frutella is reaching the last moment to try and take this back from them because they really have to go just about now if they want to take the zone back. But one of their members already down. It looks like this is a possible knockout here for Korean Zenith, and it looks like it might just be so with the game ending on knockout for Korean Zenith.
That regroup push at the end, letting Alex to get the kills, is just so perfect. Oh my goodness.
It's, oh my god, just these plays, it's both these teams just... I think just Korean Zenith having that knockout, just the knockout, just laid everything right in front of them, and all they really had to do was hold Frutella out, and they did exactly that, despite the early holds that Frutella had, because Frutella had an amazing hold in the beginning of the game, but Korean Zenith just Uno reverse, giving them a little bit of taste of their own medicine, especially by the end of the game, that knockout sealing the fate of that game.
Yeah, definitely. But it is 1-1, I believe, correct? Going into this. And
is it Founder? Is Founder back?
I think we heard voices from our heads and in the heavens that I think Frutella has found their answer to winning their next match. There it is.
Founder Zone. It's like, did you miss me? And it's just Founder Zone at the door.
Hey,
it's
honey,
like,
it's time for your regular round. Each set to play at least 1 time of Flounder Heights. Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. You can everything be so fine. Then boom, Flounder Zone.
Flounder
I'm
Heights.
expecting Dynamo. I'm expecting Dynamo, baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is like the 4th time we've seen Frutella on stream. Playing, I believe. I think it is the 4th time we've seen on stream they've played Flounder Heights. So... Really?
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Okay, so... Apparently from the council we heard that Flounder has been throughout the whole stream. The whole stream. We're gonna get an all Flounder Zone tournament at some point. Like, at this point, we might as well
No.
We're gonna play Flounder Zones. Only play Flounder. Let's go.
We don't want Flounder Zones. I'm joking.
I am Flounder Zones phobic. Regardless.
Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez. We're gonna start right up
What else
here.
can we say? What else can we say? We've seen this like so many times already. So let's just go ahead and get this going already. And let's see what both of these teams are gonna pick out. It's gonna be if it ain't broke, don't fix it moment. Andy back on that Dynamo, but Mario actually is going for strikes and not Crab.
Yeah, we're going for strikes, which I'm surprised, if anything, because the Crabs were a really good contender at holding that space. But strikes also do the job, but I do believe the Crab might have been, you know, it could go either way. I'm not going to say anything because both aren't bad options at all. But I was just saying because actually the strikes encounter the Crabs. Okay, I see it. But Punch already right here, speaking of Crabs, going right for the kill here with it. And Frutella having that cap on the zone once again. They are proving a little bit more dominance here as the game is starting up, forcing Korean Zenith a little bit, once again, more in a defensive position. I love seeing this Dynamo on the edge here and seeing those strikes for the first time. Here we go.
Yeah, but that Dynamo is gonna be camping that wall there, able to find the pick onto the Zap and trading them out. And that's 2 down for the side of Koreans and a 3 down, 4 down actually. That's a delayed wipe for them. Frutella is still holding on to this magically somehow. They're able to. And they're still holding on with their specials too because of that double cooler once again. But we've seen this happen before already. They take a good lead, and then Korean Zenith just somehow finds the momentum near the end to be able to knock them out. But we're gonna see how this ends up, because this is Flounder Heights right now, and this is Frutella's map of all time, and I believe that they're gonna be able to hold on to this just a little bit longer.
I would say this is Frutella's bread and butter here, but seeing the Zipcaster come out, and unfortunately not finding the opportunities it needed here. But again, seeing this Dynamo just trying to make a little bit more space here, capping the zone once more, slowly inching forward into the members of Korean Zenith. Unfortunately finding a fall right there. This is really just, it's back at neutral, and Frutella's members have to make their way back soon. Korean Zenith now having, no, they went down too as well. We are on even, but still, it's just this fight for the middle, and the Tri-Slash are making waves. We're probably going to see that Zuka in just a second now, seeing that. Where are we going?
Are they stuck?
Where are we going?
They're stuck. They're stuck down there from Pilu's Tri-Slosher. But do they know there's someone else still there trying to contest them? Andy's gonna help Pilu trying to clean that up as soon as they can. The zone is still not penalized for the side of Frutella. They've been holding on to it for so long. 20 points remaining. 1 trades on each side. This is not looking great for Korean Zenith at the moment, as 2 go down on each side once again, and it's left of the Dynamos and the Splash at the moment to try and hold on to this. With the numbers advantage that Korean Zenith has, they might actually be able to cap back the zone. But no, I spoke too soon here. Another trade goes on, and it's back into Frutella's side of things.
And with that Dynamo off Frutella right now, that actually might be a zone flip just for a second. Those penalty points have been applied for Frutella, which is perfect. We didn't even get it. 1 tick down, seeing an interesting 1 tick here from Korean Zenith, but Frutella being adamant on having this hold is still coming in, throwing hands. Again, the Tri-Slash are off these ledges. The ledge control that Frutella has on this map is incredible.
Yeah, definitely. The verticality that you have for both of the weapons that Frutella has is just immense, but they took out one of them, and it's just left of the Tri-Slosher, but the strikes are coming in as well, and gets Tri-Slosher out of the question too, so this is practically an even fight, letting Korean Zenith to get the Zuka pick, and able to find the zone as well. But trading them out, Frutella, it is the Splash, able to get them some kills, and the Cooler on the top right side to try and start this push once again for the side of Frutella. This is the verticality.
Yeah, Korean Zenith finally finding their footing out for the first time in this game, having those points on the ground. And with 2 down for Frutella right now, they might be able to just collapse on the last 2 members, but that's not going to be possible.
Pilu, don't stop. Pilu, stop. You just got a quad. Pilu, you got a 5th. Pilu got 5. Pilu got 5. Pilu just got 5 kills.
You're kidding me.
Pilu just got 5 kills.
I better see that clip on Twitter later. Oh my goodness, that was incredible.
Tri-Slosher gameplay, Foo-Foo.
That is certified Tri-Slasher moment, and they made it work. That was perfect. Korean Zenith now having to be forced to defend once more with 2 down already. These penalty points are going down left and right here. Don't get too ambitious here, even if they're forced on defense here. We still got some penalty points to go through here, and with 40 seconds left on the clock, this is oh my god, I'm spitting words like an auctioneer here. Going once, going twice. Where's this match gonna go?
It's gonna go to the side of Frutella with that penalty point sold and gone. With 2 points down, it is going to be ticking down to the KO territories here. Korean Zenith with the last ditch effort to try and bid in as much as they can, but they're not going to be able to do so, and it is going to be a knockout for Frutella.
Oh my god! No, that was such a hype match. I can't even lie. Listen, Flounder Zones might be hated unless Frutella's playing. Dynamo. That sounds biased, but like both of these teams, just in general, both of these teams just have been duking it out.
Sounds biased. Have you seen Pilu on the Tri-Slosher?
Excuse my bit of bias for a split second here, because I love seeing Dynamo. I genuinely do, and I think it works so well for a map like this. And you know,
where's the Pilu 5K?
I hope we see it. I hope we see it, because Pilu was a monster this game.
Drop the kills, drop the assists. We gotta know.
I need to see the clip on Twitter. If I don't see the clip on Twitter, I think we're throwing. I think they're throwing back here.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
should totally ping me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Where is
God.
it? I really want to see. I think it's here. I think it's around here. Is it?
Is it right here? Yeah, I think
it's right here,
I
right
think
here. Yep. First one,
One,
and then the
two,
second one.
3,
3, 4.
No, I think that was an assist from Splash, but then the
Yeah, but
last jump was
still.
theirs. Yeah,
But
no,
still. Oh
dude.
my god.
Okay, so it's not. Oh, Pailu.
Pilo? Not Pilu?
Pelu.
This Pilo?
Pelu. Oh, su nombre es Pelu. If not, it's okay. So Pelu. I thought it was like.
Pelu.
Oh my God, perdóname, Pelu. Pelu?
Yeah.
Pelusa? Pelu?
Hey, chat has
Wait.
awakened. Chat has awakened the
Yeah.
Mexicans.
Yeah, but also, listen, my Mexican just jumped out. Look, Pelu has been absolutely throwing hands. And, if we're going to say Pelu, I might as well say it right. And I'm going to make sure to do that, especially as we're approaching
You get it right.
from-
You get it right. I'll take some time to adjust. I'll try my best. But we're going to Mahi Zones once again, following up the game 4 of Mahi Zones again, because they did it for the last game too. But is this going to be the same situation for Fratella? Are they going to be able to get that knockout?
Anything goes, especially because Korean Zenith is also just, as we've seen throughout these games, they're so incredibly strong, but it is going to be Frutella that's going to be running off momentum. It still can go either way. As much as we are talking about Frutella right now, Korean Zenith isn't any short of strong, despite what sounds biased right now. Again, we're seeing the stable comps that we've been seeing throughout our sets right now, and I'm so excited!
Yeah, I am very too. Andy's back on that heavy edit once again, and they're just going to be going through this replay of the same situation, and Korean Zenith is going to go 2 down once again from the start. Same deja vu moment here for the side of Fratella, able to get that early lead and early advantage, and now with that cooler ready to go, and also that Zuka ready to go, this defense is going to come out really quick and soon, as now the zone flipped back for Korean Zenith immediately, but the picks are going down for the side of Korean Zenith. Fratella has that advantage once again, and now trying to go into their base and hold off just a little bit longer.
They went straight in for the punish, and something I want to know about Frutella's opening is that once they had control of the zone, they went off to paint just around them to give themselves more control of their general area, and I think that helped a lot, especially here on this first defense when Korean Zenith was trying to make their way in and just helping them stay out of the middle right now. And, speaking of Korean Zenith, we are 1 down on each side right now, but that is to an extra 2 down on Korean Zenith right now. Frutella's having an excellent hold, but they still have a number advantage despite their shot going down, but these specialists are going to start to make their way towards the zone and trying to find a pick onto Bello unfortunately going down here on the edge, and it really is Korean Zenith has to get the zone now. They have to get it now if they want to still be in this, but it's not going to come into fruition with Frutella having another cap in the zone.
It's gonna be the end right here.
Knockout.
Oh my goodness, Frutella just showing a power of force, determining that they were the first seed and they were able to come back and knock Korean Zenith off of their throne. They got him once, but they're not letting them get him twice.
Frutella just, oh my goodness, they carried that momentum through and just, it's crazy what sheer will does to a team. They activated their last ditch effort and just, they had a clean hold. They had their strategy in place for this game. It's incredible. It's incredible because they went from going down to Korean Zenith in winner's bracket to taking them to a bracket reset and taking home the crown of Triton.
Definitely. They fought all their way. They fought hard. They knocked out who was it again? They knocked out just now. They knocked off ASC Tenshi once again in the classic fashion, and just they did it perfectly. They had that miracle run, as people would say it, able to take it back from the most hardest of places, I would believe, from this loser's bracket. But that is going to be Triton-Cup concluded today here. Your winners, once again, if you haven't seen, Frutella.
Frutella just absolutely taking it home. Again, amazing show of strength from both teams, but Frutella taking it home just with that momentum and giving us quite a show tonight here on Triton-Cup. Once again, congratulations, Frutella, for taking home the crown tonight. And I believe that is practically going to be the end here for us here. Thanks for having us on mic here. Lila, where can the lovely people find you tonight?
You can find me on Twitter, X, whatever it is, on LilaResVScope, and I sometimes stream on YouTube as well with the same handle. Fufu, where can the lovely, lovely people find you and your lovely art brain rot, as I like to call it?
It's like people can find me at @splatfufu on twitter.com back here. Unfortunately, I realized the replay was going on. You guys saw a lovely reel as we were plugging ourselves back here. It was a lovely time on the mic back here, and I hope you guys had enjoyed the show. And again, congratulations, Fratella.
Fratella, you're winners for Triton-Cup. And thank you so much for tuning in. This has been me and Fufu, and we're gonna sign off for now. So have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye bye.